kicked off their West Coast road trip with a 7-1 victory over the Colorado Rockies last night. The Brew Crew's back in action tonight for Game 2 of the series. Tyler Alexander on the mound. First pitch scheduled for 7:40 p.m. You can tune in starting at 7 right here on 100.5 ESPN.
Metro Kia of Madison, Madison's trusted Kia dealer. Stop into Metro Kia on the east side of Madison or visit metrokiaofmadison.com.
Everybody's ego takes a shot on this show.
You gotta keep your chill with Jim, Matt, and Molly.
I am savage.
So you're not special.
Jim, if we want to play this game, we can play this game.
And I'm just like, oh my God, this guy's going to swing on Jim. He's a complicated fellow.
People like me.
I don't think so.
This is Jim, Matt, and Molly. Presented by Coors Light on 100.5 ESPN.
We're learning a lot about each other.
We got Homer, Matt Hamilton.
Yeah.
We have
Pessimist Molly.
No. Realist.
and then Contrarian.
Total. Yeah.
Jim Rutledge here.
It's Mer.
I'm the barometer.
Mister.
Could it be possible you guys are the best show in ESPN Wisconsin, the whole state?
Yeah, obviously. It's
possible. Anything's possible.
You're the best.
Broadcasting live from the Everlight Solar Studio in downtown Madison. Alongside Matt Hamilton and Molly Brown, here's Jim Rutledge.
Chrissy Birdsall is in the Everlight Solar Studio. Me, Jim Rutledge, alongside Molly Brown, Matt Hamilton, and Primetime Wollersheim. We are at Blind Shot Social for the Packers Tailgate Tour. That means hopefully we'll get a chance to talk to some Green Bay Packer players or front office members, as Matt is wearing his Don Mikowski jersey. Molly Brown wearing her, I don't know, it's like a throwback 80s style satin Packers jacket.
Yeah. Satin bomber with the quilted front. Very slick.
Subtle Packers, but Packers vibes,
Yeah,
you know?
no,
And then I am wearing my Bears Miller Lite jacket here. So our friends at ESPN Chicago, they gave this to me a long time ago.
An idiot.
And then I'm wearing a hat that Pablo Iglesias gave to me. It's an actual bear on the hat, but it is blue and orange.
What a kiss, you know what?
What?
Pablo giving you a hat.
Yeah, right?
Isn't it?
Earning Jim's favor.
For sure.
Wow. I know.
Well, I appreciated it, and I returned the favor by wearing the hat on a day with the Packers tailgate.
Yeah, you hear that, Pablo? You're welcome.
You are, if someone gives you something, you want to make sure. We talk about this all the time with our girls of, like, you got to wear it. You try to, grandma, grandpa, or someone gives you a shirt, try to wear it when you're around them, that kind of stuff.
For sure.
Even if you wear it regularly, not around them, they always want to see you wear it.
Right.
So you can see me wear it on the ESPN Madison YouTube stream, but we are here for the next 2 hours, and we'll, I'm sure, talk to some Green Bay Packers. Rumor has it Jason Wilde is going to be on site as well, so we'll get an opportunity to talk with him. And I want to get to some Packers things, but I saw something that is making the waves on social media right now. I showed Molly before the show started at a Cubs game today. The Cubs are losing, I believe, like 7 or 8-1 at this point. So they're still going to be in first place after this game, but it'll likely be a loss. Day game. And there was a shot from the TV screen of a Cubs batter. I'm not sure who was up. But in the background, there was a couple, and it looks like they are Lady into Tramping a hot dog.
Nice. Nothing says love like baseball on a beautiful April day.
Like guzzling glizzies.
Like guzzling glizzies.
This is like Green Bay Packers, Chicago Bear weather down there, I'm sure, at Wrigley. But I don't know if there's a food item that I would less want to Lady in the Tramp than a hot dog for many reasons. One being like hot dogs aren't that good. And, oh, by the way, the photo, Molly, they look probably closer to my age than your age. So it's not like this is college kids in love or something.
Do you know what would be worse? A brat.
A brat?
Yeah.
Would it be?
Because a brat, you got to bite through that skin.
Yeah, it's snappy. I get it. But, like,
You waited till the quietest moment at Blind Shot Social to say that, didn't you?
I'm talking about eating a brat at a baseball game.
Yeah, it's snappy. I get it.
Yeah.
Yes.
100%.
It's
Worst
got that
food.
casing.
Worst
Yeah,
food.
so
Lady in the Tramp.
844-770-3776. Carlos talking text line. This is more. What is the citing limited poll question we can ask? We'll put this one out at Jim, Matt, and Molly. Ryan does not want this one to go at ESPN Madison.
I don't think any
Is
of us
there
want-
a worse food than a hot dog?
I just want to say, what is the worst food?
Oh,
It could be a
okay.
hot dog. I think any phallic-shaped food. We can put it all in the same hot dog, brat, any of those. They all kind of fall into the same.
Spaghetti noodles.
So what?
Yeah, but that is what
That's
what
a
they
sad,
did. Yeah.
That's a sad phallic. So like,
So what is the worst food to Lady in the Tramp with
Yes,
someone?
yeah.
Or at a baseball game?
No,
no, just
no,
Lady in the
just
Tramp.
general.
You don't
Okay.
have to do it.
Oh my gosh.
It's better at a baseball game.
Yeah, I mean, like convenience-wise, I guess the brat or whatever, but like a steak would be weird. like
Yeah.
like wild dogs then.
Yeah.
So you can chime in on that 844-770-3776. Worst food to Lady in the Tramp.
Now I'm trying to think of other foods.
Yeah, I know. I'm thinking what would be good. Like the New York equivalent would be like a New York slice.
How about
Yeah.
Oh, that'd be
But I think that's
messy.
pretty good.
That'd be
I'd
very
down.
messy. Yeah, I'd be down for that.
What about a popsicle? Trying to get it done
Well,
before
who
it melts.
who gets the wood end?
That's how you know who wears the pants. Is
Right.
Whoever doesn't get the wood end.
Yeah, maybe.
Ice cream sandwich?
That wouldn't be that
Yeah.
bad. That's not that bad.
Yeah, that one works.
Honestly, I'm just kind of vibing a hot dog now.
Molly, you want to share with Matt?
I'll pass.
Yeah.
I'll let you and Ryan take care of
All
that.
right, Ryan.
I'll go up to the bar and get one of those for you guys.
Perfect.
Anybody want a Lady and Tramp a hot dog with me?
A pretzel. Pretzel would be good.
Yeah, there you go.
That'd be really hard, though.
If you get
Yeah.
the right kind of pretzel, it could work. Like a pretzel, like a soft pretzel stick. That could work really
Unfortunately,
well.
the stick seems to be the best way to do this.
Oh, clearly.
A chicken tender.
There you go, chicken
That's
tender.
a good one.
That's actually nice. That's easy. That'd be.
So that shouldn't be on the poll then.
Does that-
That's
do
There'd
you
be a
think-
lot of meat to
Do you
get
think
through.
that?
I'm definitely putting steak on here. Steak's got to be one of them.
Yeah.
Wait, you're giving them options?
Yeah, it's a poll question.
Oh, it's a poll. I thought it was just like right in.
We don't need people to just start writing in on this one, I think. I think we want to avoid that, possibly.
That's
Text in
probably
your
fair.
answers. 844-770-3776.
Oh, we are getting in some texts.
We
here.
should-
I'm
Dave-
sure.
David Deerfield says Naughty Molly rears her dirty mind once again.
Are we not all in the same situation right now?
Sadler,
Yeah, I mean, you were the one who was weirded out by the brat.
Okay, the brat is the worst.
You think
one.
it'd be worse than a hot dog?
Yes, because okay, I'm not gonna.
You're not going to explain why? Okay, well then.
food, Molly. We
Yeah.
can talk about
What's
food.
the difference? It's like the same thing as a hot
Brats
dog.
are so much different texture, like, and you guys know what I'm talking about.
Okay. Sure. Dirty Mind Molly, yeah.
You know, like when you bite into a brat and then it has like that.
Snap, yeah. Yeah.
Who wants that? Who wants to share that?
It's just,
Molly prefers that by herself.
yeah, this is my brat. No one else gets any of it.
Sadler chimes in. Matt, he will share a hot dog with you. So.
Oh, perfect. Perfect. Thanks, Adler.
Len chimed in with banana.
That's a really good one, too, though, honestly. I feel like that would be,
Yeah.
that'd be
but
suitable.
but here's
Yeah.
the thing with all of
As long as you don't make eye contact.
Or maybe make eye contact.
How do you make sure that none of the food ends up like you got to take the whole thing? You know what I mean?
Well,
Like otherwise, the middle is dropping out.
alternating bites.
Yeah, this is something you're probably doing with someone you love.
Yeah. Yep.
I did put significant
Or honestly, any random stranger that's also down for a hot dog.
I guess, but that's aggressive.
And
Like,
a disease,
a
potentially.
random stranger. I guess it's the one way to take your introduction to the next level.
Yeah.
It's a good first date.
I got this hot dog.
Ryan,
Stop
you were
it.
dating.
Stop it.
Ryan.
You're dating.
I got
You're
this-
dating. How many dates?
Asparagus?
That should be one of them.
That
That's the
should be one
fourth
of them.
option.
Yeah, there you go.
That sounds like a choking hazard for
Yeah.
sure.
All
Yeah.
these, in theory, would be choking hazards. I
Very
guess.
much, yeah.
Daniel, the landscaper, chimes in. Jim, you went to a Green Bay tailgate tour and you couldn't bring yourself to wear anything Green Bay. What is
No.
wrong with you? Look,
You
in
did it
no-
last year, too.
Yeah, in no way am I wearing anything Green Bay. The best case scenario would have been me wearing something neutral.
Mm-hmm.
But Daniel, I wouldn't expect you to show up to if you were at a Bears tailgate thing to not wear Packers stuff.
Right.
Like, nor I definitely wouldn't expect you to wear Bears colors.
Right. Like, I would never wear Bears color if this was a Bears tailgate.
Right.
I might think about wearing neutral, but honestly, I'd probably feel like want to be a troll, and I'd wear my Packers stuff.
All right, so here's
It's
the
not
thing.
even
I
necessarily
don't blame
a
you
troll,
for
like,
it. I just wanted to
it's-
make
it's
sure
his
that
fandom.
everyone knew that
Yeah.
you're wearing Bear stuff
Yeah.
and you look like an idiot.
Wait, so
I'm
here's
fine
the
with
thing.
that, yeah.
Here's the thing. So if you went to, let's say, Jim, you went to a Packers Vikings game. What is your go-to outfit for that? Because I always kind of cringe when like I do see fans of a different team wearing their stuff. I'm like, You could have just put on like a green shirt or a purple
Well,
shirt.
we
like,
went to a Packers-Vikings game. I don't think I wore.
did you wear like a green jacket though?
I had a green jacket, but I don't think I wore Bears stuff. I
Yeah.
think I wore I have like a North Face jacket that's green that I wore. It's like a real green, not the basic.
Yep.
Basic green that Green Bay wears. So
Now be careful, you're gonna
yeah.
offend some people.
It's like an
Like
olive,
me.
like an olive
Me
green
too.
is what I had. But yeah, I definitely used to, but I don't like the look of wearing. If your team's not playing, to go wear it at something like that, just because.
So, like, if it was Vikings Bears and I went to that game and wore my Packer jersey, you'd be like, "That's kind of dumb."
Yeah,
Yes.
I'm not. I just
I
feel
would
like,
look down on you. I'd be like, "Why are you wearing that?"
Okay.
You could have just threw on a navy blue
Well,
shirt.
because also like the setting here is like, hey, everyone's gonna go meet the Packer players. We're over here in the corner, like at a game full of tens of thousands of Packers fans who are going to be consuming Coors Light. You really are just creating a situation. It's not going to be fun for you, and that's not particular to Packer fans. But like now, when the Chiefs played, and my buddy gave me the Chiefs stuff, I wore all my Chiefs stuff. Now again, it was cold, so I had a jacket, but I wore the Chiefs hat that I got, and I wore that stuff. So like, it's not like I'm hiding from it, but I'm not a big fan of doing that. But also, I remember as a kid, I went to a Bears-Packer game, and Packer fan threw a hot dog at me for wearing Bears stuff to a Bear-Packer game. So like,
That's terrible.
Gross.
yeah, like I had ketchup on stuff all over me. So
Too
like,
bad. It would have been nice if you could have just shared it with him.
right, exactly. That would've been
That's how he was asking you, obviously.
Right.
You
Yeah.
want to share this with me?
right, yeah. So I don't think, I'm not here to troll on it. If I was trying to troll, I could have gone much more over the top because it's technically not a Chicago Bears hat. It's literally a hat that has a bear on it.
With Chicago colors.
Colors, but it's not a Chicago
it's
Bears
subtle. It's subtle.
So, I got to at least represent. But also, the one caveat I'd put in here as well as people, chime in on it, I am a radio host, and my personality is to be a Bears fan. So, like, to me, not, at this event, to not wear up, not show up in Bears stuff. Yeah.
Makes you seem like a coward. Honestly, I'm proud of you for doing it.
Yeah. I also, I don't mean this in a mean way. I mean this as a compliment to Packer fans. I'm not really afraid of anything happening today. So,
Right.
that's a compliment to Packer fans.
Midwest nice.
770-3776. That's how you get into the show. I guess you can answer the question. Is it in poor taste to borrow from Wilde and Tausch that I'm wearing Bears stuff to this Packers Tailgate Tour? And again, I'm not here to get autographs. I'm not going to ask them for autographs. I'm not going to, none of those things. So I'm going to try to be pretty subdued over here. I'm not going to start chanting things about the Packers or whatever. I'm just going to do the show. But you also can chime in on the most how do we word it? The worst thing to Lady and the Tramp.
What is
Worst
the worst
food.
food to Lady and the Tramp with your
What is the
significant
worst Lady and Tramp with your significant other? And I guess you can take worst, many different ways. Like steak would be a lot to handle. Spaghetti's probably the easiest, especially a significant other. You just end in a kiss. The ice cream sandwich.
Lasagna.
And he's tough. It'd be messy.
I mean, come on. That's like an obvious one.
Yeah.
Like a soup. Like you both drink out of a straw.
Ryan loves when I make noises.
Yeah.
other? Makes me uncomfortable. I might have to
Do you want to
leave.
hear my spaghetti slurp?
No.
Okay.
Thank you. I don't want to hear.
We can save that for later.
I don't need
Yeah.
the brat snap. I don't need the steak. Whatever. I don't know what happens with the steak.
This is the
So
radio.
I
I'm
think this
trying
is
to
an
be like-
easy poll question here, but Dave in Deerfield chimes in. Matt, you know what they say about asparagus. We all know what they say about asparagus, Dave. But
I
poll
actually just
que-
found that out last week when Ryan was
Do you
talking.
never eat
Okay,
asparagus?
you know.
Is it that it's an annual and it'll grow back year after
That's
year?
exactly
There
what
you
it
go.
Look,
is,
it's
yeah.
it's nothing inappropriate. It makes your urine smell bad.
It does.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So when
I
Matt
guess I have noticed that.
when Matt LaFleur asks for warm urine, he definitely doesn't want his
Not the
players eating
asparagus.
asparagus beforehand.
Right. Fair.
But he asked, what is worse, me wearing Bear stuff to this or Brust harassing LaFleur for the Rodgers jersey?
Oh,
Brust,
that.
way
yeah,
worse.
Way worse.
Yeah.
Way worse.
You're just being you. Brust was trolling. He was
Brust
trying
is
to get a reaction.
I guess
out
this
of
is
him.
before he went full Packer fan.
Well, it was
No.
it was 2 years ago when he got the Rodgers jersey and
Right.
he got LaFleur to sign the Rodgers
Well,
jersey.
because it was a Jets Rodgers.
Jets
jersey.
Rodgers jersey.
Yes.
Tyler in Sun Prairie chimes back in with an entire rainbow sushi roll.
Yeah. Well, sushi.
Sadler says baby back ribs.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
well,
that'd be
That's
bad.
what that was.
Those are
good
tough.
one.
Those are tough solo. Fried chicken.
That'd be a lot of bones. What kind
What
of
about-
chicken?
Or
Fried
like
chicken?
a turkey leg.
Turkey. Here you go.
Gross.
That'd be tough.
Well, that one you're also going sideways too. You're not going
Yeah.
this way. You're going sideways.
Yeah, you need a lot of coordination there.
Yeah.
Teamwork makes the dream work, guys.
But that's what you would have to do if you go to like a Renaissance festival.
Yeah.
You don't have to do that.
Yeah, if you can't afford 2 turkey legs, you
You can just hand it back and forth.
You know, Jim,
You don't have to
And
double
no
team a
one's
turkey
going to
leg.
know you're in love.
Jim, I've been to some Renaissance festivals. You have to eat them at the same time together.
Yeah, no.
Otherwise, you're not allowed to.
That is
You seem like a guy who's been to a couple restaurants.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
You a LARPer?
What's wrong with LARPing?
Live action role playing.
You're
Live action role playing.
Okay.
You're LARPing as Don Mikowski today, sir.
A little bit.
Yeah.
A little bit.
I'm LARPing as Matt Hamilton, actually. I'm wearing
Yeah, you are. You're wearing my USA curling.
Renaissance Fair. I've gone like a couple. They're not like they're kind of a. I don't want to say people watch because it sounds mean, but like you gotta go there and have a decent time. And
No, it's to see the people that want to be over the top about it. Again, I'm not going to judge anybody.
No, I'm not judging them, but yeah, you
at
go
a Renaissance
yeah.
fair, like that's the time to do it.
Right.
I just am intrigued by people that have the effort and know how to either make that costume or come across that costume and rep it.
It's like when we went to Medieval Times for my daughter's birthday.
Oh, that'd be so fun.
It was a good time. We did not dress up, but and we didn't really. Again, laugh at the people who did, but it was interesting to see them.
Right.
Matt in the greenhouse chimes in with corn on the cob, and then we have another one with
good one.
Corn dog.
again, who's getting the wood?
Here's the thing about a corn dog. Since it's fried, you could probably just pull the stick right out and go ahead and just treat it like a hot dog.
There you go.
Oh, that's cheating.
It doesn't
Come
need
on.
to be on the stick.
But then you need ketchup on it too, because otherwise corn dogs just aren't good.
What?
Yeah, ketchup or mustard. You
I
need
don't put
one.
No, I agreed.
Yeah, I
It
don't
needs
put ketchup
mustard. It needs mustard for sure, but like a hot dog does too, and so does a brat. So like those people are at that same risk eating the.
True. This just sounds messy.
Yeah.
gotta
Don't wear
avoid
white
it
if you're
for,
doing this.
Beef jerky.
Tear at it. When you say steak, I think T-bone, and I'm like, okay, who gets the New York strip side and who gets the tenderloin side?
Right.
You know what I mean? If you're going to work on a T-bone, then you got to pick who's going to get the good part.
Daniel Landscaper chimes in with an entire summer sausage.
Okay.
Oh, Jesus.
That's a lot.
Yeah.
It's a way to find out if she's the one. Is what
Okay.
Daniel-
Okay.
For sure.
Here's the thing. Last time I had a summer sausage, my jaw still hurts, so I can't do that again.
Oh my.
Molly, can you tell us about Fantasy Focus giveaway?
Please.
Can I tell you about it next?
All right. I'll tell you about Ritzker Steakhouse in Middleton. Go out to Middleton, have a great time. You can enjoy. Like I wouldn't recommend Lady and Tramping the food out there. Just enjoy it yourself. Get your significant other. Now you can share. My wife and I, we don't Lady and Tramp a porterhouse, but we get a porterhouse and we share it and we split it.
Yeah.
The sides are usually shareable sides, but again, I'd recommend eating them on your own. But go say hi to Lee. Go see Kevin out there. Enjoy the sizzle, swizzle, and swirl happy hour. This is Jim, Matt, and Molly. Presented by Coors Light.
You're listening to Jim, Matt, and Molly, presented by Coors Light. Also brought to you by J&K Security Solutions, securing homes and businesses in the Madison area since 1987.
For their accounts payable workflow, Junior Achievement of Wisconsin implemented a document management and workflow automation solution from James Imaging Systems. Junior Achievement Vice President of Enterprise Services, Lori Salzman, highlights the positive impact.
That impact has made it much more streamlined for us to handle the entire process from receiving an invoice to having it paid.
How has streamlining your accounts payable workflow benefited Junior Achievement's mission?
It has allowed us to be more on mission and strategically reach out and expand our impact to be able to reach more students.
If others are looking for workflow automation solutions to better serve their clients or customers, what's your suggestion?
If anybody is looking for a good partner that is there to help find solutions, call James Imaging.
Content management and workflow automation from James Imaging Systems, your local business technology partner. Call 608-221-3457 or visit jamesimaging.com.
Cheesy Bites Pizza is back at Pizza Hut. For only $13.99, you get a large pizza with 28 pullable, poppable, cheese-filled bites. Plus, it comes with Pizza Hut's very own Ranch Lovers Flight, featuring 3 bold dips: Ultimate Ranch, Chipotle Ranch, and Pepperoni Ranch. 1 large pizza, 3 dips, endless flavor. Ready to dip into deliciousness? Well, hurry. It's only available for a limited time. Head to a Pizza Hut location or order online at pizzahut.com today. Pizza Hut. No one out-pizzas the Hut.
Home practice is about to begin. Your daughter's new tap shoes? Loud. Your son's new tuba? Louder. But you got this. Just like Associated Bank's got you with $50 overdraft Greystone. So if you lose track of expenses buying some noise-canceling and sanity-saving headphones, we've got your back. You got this with $50 overdraft grace zone from Associated Bank. See associatedbank.com/checking or ask a banker for details. Member FDIC.
Introducing the newest carbless flavor, Mango Vodka. Flavored with the essence of the ripest, freshest mangoes, carbless mango vodka will transport your taste buds to a sunny beach getaway. New flavor, still the same carbless crafted cocktails with 0 carbs, 0 sugars, and only 100 calories. Enjoy a refreshing vodka cocktail without the guilt. 4 packs of the new carbless mango vodka cocktail are available in stores near you. Find your bliss today at drinkcarbless.com and escape with every sip.
Hey, it's John Hayes, owner of Goodman's Jewelers. Come in and discover the high standards, classic traditions, honesty, integrity, and elegance when you walk through our doors. For over 90 years, customers have returned again and again to our warm boutique setting. Trust me, because I've been there for over 40 of them. Whether it's time to come back or your first time in, stop by Goodman's Jewelers at 220 State Street today. Goodman's Jewelers, the diamond store of Madison since 1933.
The best is at Goodman's.
The 2015 Wisconsin men's hoops team gave us all a march to remember.
There will be no undefeated champion on Wisconsin with an unbelievable stretch drive to the championship game.
On June 26th, enjoy an intimate celebration with the stars of the run with Made 'em Believe. Presented by M3 Insurance, world-class expertise and individual attention. Tickets are on sale now at uwhoops2015.com. Made 'em Believe, June 26th at the Orpheum Theater in Madison.
After a serious accident, you'll need a winning team to protect your rights. Trust Wisconsin's own Ruger's offices. Proud partner of your Milwaukee Brewers. One call, that's all.
Breaking news on ESPN Madison is presented by Metro Ford and Metro Kia of Madison. Find the Metro family of auto dealers online or see them in person on the east side of Madison today. Welcome back to Jim, Matt, and Molly, presented by Coors Light on 100.5 ESPN. Brought to you by Metro Kia of Madison, Madison's trusted Kia dealership.
ESPN's Fantasy Focus Football Podcast is coming to Green Bay on April 23rd. Field Yates, Daniel Dopp, Mike Clay, Liz Loza, and Stefania Bell are doing a live show at the Tundra Trio. ESPN Wisconsin wants to send you and a friend up to Green Bay to see the show happen live. Right now, caller number 2 wins 2 tickets to ESPN's Fantasy Focus Football Live at the Tundra Trio. See the show up close, meet all the hosts, and get complimentary food and drinks and Fantasy Focus Football Podcast merch. That's caller number 2 right now, 844-770-3776. Caller number 2, 844-770-3776. Visit ESPNWisconsinContest.com for full details.
This is Jim, Matt, and Molly. We are live at Blind Shot Social for the Packers Tailgate. Matt Hamilton, Molly Brown, Jim Rutledge with you. You can see us on the ESPN Madison YouTube stream. And we are asking you, we're still getting people chiming in on it earlier today on social media. There was a screenshot of Cubs fans sharing a hot dog Lady and Tramp style at a Cubs game. I think Cubs are losing like 7-1, so, one in row.
Nothing better to do.
Keep yourself occupied. Mm-hmm. The funny part was, this was not like in the bleachers. This is like 2 rows back behind home plate.
That's so awesome.
So that's very much voyeuristic. Like, you're out there, you're an exhibitionist for sharing the hot dog like that. You gotta feel like you're going to be on camera somewhere. But I'm sure there were some Coors Lights deep and enjoying themselves. So we are asking the worst food to Lady and a Tramp with your significant other. Twinkie is another one that came in.
Okay.
Yeah.
That one you have to be, because you're going to get like one. It might be a good one because you're going to get like one bite.
That's one bite each.
Yeah. Yeah. So.
The cream could be messy, for sure.
I mean, maybe.
I doubt it. Anyways.
You manage.
Anyways. Right now.
Yeah, Molly. Jeez.
I'm just saying.
You're right. Here's the thing. I think all of these will be a little messy. So just assume from here on out that everything might not be the cleanest idea.
Okay. Fair.
Yeah. You go with
guys are
like
a bunch of prudes. My God.
A donut? No, I'm just letting it sit.
Donut would be rough, especially if it's
the Long John. Like a cream-filled donut?
Okay, so my favorite donut. Yes, my favorite donut is like the donut that has lemon cream in it. That'd be awful.
That'd be everywhere. Yeah, that would be everywhere. You guys don't like the ones with the fluff? Those are harder to find than you think.
Like the powdered sugar?
No, like in the middle, it's not the custard. It's like a fluff in the middle.
It's cream. Yeah, it's like whipped cream almost. Yeah.
Yeah. As opposed to like my wife doesn't like the one with the custard. She likes
because
the
it's like
fluff.
pudding. I'm not a big fan of like the pudding ones either.
Yeah, she likes the fluff
or the custard.
Yeah,
is what they call it. I'm not sure if that's exactly what it is, but when we go places, I'm like, do you have any donuts with fluff in the middle as opposed to the?
Do you really say that?
Yeah. Because I don't know what else. I mean,
they ask you if they can fluff your donut.
No. When I go, I'll be like, because usually like through a drive-through or whatever, and I'll be like. My wife doesn't want any with the custard in it.
Cream or custard. Those are the two.
But like sometimes when you say, and I've had this happen, you say cream, they think they're not all donut experts, so like they just think cream is the custard.
Like filling, yeah.
Yeah, so fluff is a word that guarantees when I've used that, they will just say no.
Gotcha.
Or
fair enough.
Or we have custard. So that's kind of a nice way to differentiate.
Yeah.
So,
A funnel cake would be rough to Lady and Tramp.
Delicious though. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
I love a funnel
That's
cake.
wide. You do fold it like a New York style, like a New York style
You'd
pizza.
have to like fold it in and then in again, like twice.
That's so many loose ends to try and cover with your significant other. That would take a while.
Maybe that's like a date, like a double date sort of thing.
Yeah. One on each side.
4 people.
That's the new version. That's the new version of Twister.
Yeah.
Instead of
a churro.
A churro. Oh man. Oh my gosh, that would be great.
That would be so good.
Churro would be easy. Yeah, that'd be delicious. Yeah.
These are layups, Molly. Come
Yeah,
on.
sign me up.
For sure. Trying to think what
Chicken
else
wings.
That would
What do
be
you do with
intimate. You are touching your lips as you're eating that.
Yeah, for sure.
It's got to be boneless. But then it's just a chicken nugget.
Then there's no fun in it.
How are you like? You are like basically making out if you're eating a
Chicken wing, like a flat.
Yeah,
that's what I'm envisioning.
Yeah, like a boneless wing. But I was saying like a boneless wing. Like, those aren't very big. Like,
yeah.
I think at least the other one you got. Yeah. That's. You better be close. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
You would definitely end up on social media if you were doing that, like a ball game.
Cheese curds. Ranch dip cheese curds.
I feel like cheese curds or the boneless is more of like pop, like throw. You kind of feed each other like that sort of.
I think
thing.
you got to go with like mozzarella stick.
Yeah.
That'd be challenging.
Yeah. Do you dip it in the marinara sauce then too?
Both ends.
Double dip it.
You guys are gonna hate me, but I love mozzarella sticks dipped in ranch or ketchup.
Ketchup,
So
gross.
good.
Ranch, you just basically made a big mozzarella or a big cheese curd.
Yeah.
Like a dippable cheese curd.
Whatever.
I'm not saying you're wrong.
But
I think it's good. Like, I'm not hating on the ranch.
You got to bite a mozzarella stick perfect though, because otherwise one person's gonna get the full mouth of cheese and the other person's just gonna get the breading.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good point.
That's how you know if you guys are meant for each other.
Yeah.
Sometimes in a marriage, someone wants the full mozzarella stick, the other person wants the breading.
Yeah.
That's why you signed a prenup before.
Yeah.
Yep. Marriage advice from the guy who's dating.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Oh my gosh, Ryan.
He's big time now.
Have you guys ever eaten a funnel cake with ketchup?
No.
Who would do
Gross.
that?
Sadler.
Oh.
Ew.
Yeah, I don't understand.
That's gross. They have funnel cakes in Canada are called beaver tails, and they like dress them with like toppings and stuff.
Okay.
Way messier. It's not just like the powdered sugar funnel cake. It's like covered in chocolate and peanut butter.
I've seen pictures of that.
So if you go to the fair now, though, because I usually go to the Dane County Fair, that's the only fair I go to once a year because the kids like to go, and they do make them like that now.
Yeah.
You can get, they don't call them beaver tails, but they just put more stuff on them. So
it's very Canadian.
So would you rather share a funnel cake or a beaver tail with somebody?
Oh, beaver tail. Give me that chocolate.
What about a funnel cake or a cream puff? Another Wisconsin staple.
Oh, yeah, okay. Cream puff, probably.
You know what would be good? A cannoli.
Okay. Yeah.
Messy but delicious.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I think that's kind of what we've decided is the good way to do this is messy but delicious.
Yeah, for sure.
But, let's be honest. If you are lading and tramping food with your significant other, cleanliness is not, like, the
not a
order
high
right
priority.
there.
It's not high on the list of things I'm worried about.
Yeah. What are you worried about?
The Packers losing to the Bears?
No, I meant more of if you are lading and tramping food.
True.
Nothing.
Yeah, I think at that point you've lost all.
Am I going to choke on the bone from this chicken wing?
Right. Yeah. Am I getting the cheese or am I getting the breading?
Yeah. Exactly.
All right. So we're just going to try to write this on the other side here. We do want to ask. I'm going to ask the question going to break. Our signing limited poll question. That's Packer related. As I make an easy transition. We have the Packers. Ryan pointed out, and Tucker Kraft is supposed to be here as part of the Packers, and we're at Blind Shot Social for the Packers Tailgate. That year, the Packers drafted Luke Musgraves and Tucker Kraft. And so the idea is, I don't hate the plan of doubling up at a position, what position should the Packers double up on this year? So, 844-770-3776. That's Carbus Talking text line. List is more. You can chime in. And what position do you think the Packers should double up on in the NFL draft this year? Two that come to mind for me, and we can talk about it more on the other side, would be wide receiver and cornerback.
Mm-hmm. And I think we should also add double up on in the first 2 days of the draft.
Okay, in the first 2 days of the draft.
Yeah.
Perfect. Yeah, we'll add that little caveat there as well. So that'll be our signing limited poll question. We'll answer that. We'll take your calls on that on the other side. This is Jim, Matt, and Molly, presented by Coors Light.
You're listening to Jim, Matt, and Molly.
We don't speak about her.
About rivals.
We are not rivals. Yeah, me and Kay are not on the same level in the same sense that Matt thinks that the Bears and the Packers aren't on the same level.
Presented by Coors Light on 100.5 ESPN and the ESPN Madison YouTube channel.
Live the high life at Nitty Gritty, home of the famous Gritty Burger in Madison's official birthday place. Celebrate your birthday at Nitty Gritty and receive a free Memento birthday mug to fill with free beers, specialty birthday cocktails, or soda all day long. The Nitty Gritty has celebrated almost 900,000 birthdays, and birthday celebrant number 900,000 will receive a $1,000 Amex gift card. Grab some friends and celebrate your birthday at the Nitty Gritty, located in Madison, Middleton, and Sun Prairie. The Nitty Gritty, a tradition since 1968.
Hi, Dave from Canopy Wealth Management here. Our balanced approach helps guide you through a complex and ever-changing landscape. Throughout your family's financial planning journey, we will serve as a partner, advocate, and steward in all aspects to help you achieve your goals with confidence. At Canopy, care, competence, and clarity, it's not just a tagline, it's a promise. Go to canopy-wealth.com to get started today. That's canopy-wealth.com.
When it comes to security for your home and family, you want a winner, and we found one when we placed our trust with J&K Security Solutions. This is Greg Gard. Kim and Jeff hit the game-winning shot for us with the Control 4 home technology system. Home or away, from our smartphones, we can open the garage door, dim the lights, turn on the TV, as well as arm the security system. That's convenience as well as peace of mind. Let J&K Security Solutions do for your home or business like they've done for us. Call 255-5799 or online at jksecurity.com.
Look what we have here. It's the refreshing deliciousness of a Pepsi mini can. It's the perfect complement to any meal. The dash of indulgence your day was dreaming of. The sip that'll have you singing Pepsi.
Nope, not again, Steve. Let's take a cue from the Pepsi mini can and pack all that awesomeness you're feeling into a much smaller treat for everyone. Deal?
So, big awesomeness, smaller size. I think I've got just the thing.
Pepsi mini can. Mini can, big taste.
Every event tells a story, from the first impression to the final moments. Have someone guide your guests through every chapter the way you want the story told. Hi, it's Jeffrey from Celebrations Entertainment. With a strong presence, great voices, and an award-winning team, trust us to guide, direct, and inform your guests through all the different chapters of the day. For fun, memorable entertainment for any event, please visit us at celebrationsentertainment.com. That's celebrationsentertainment.com.
Condon Jewelers, the jeweler on the east side, the jeweler on your side. When you see Diamond Jim, you can count on him to be on your side. Selection beyond compare with on-site repair, so you can wear your jewelry with pride. Condon Jewelers, the jeweler on the east side, the jeweler on your side.
Oh my gosh, Allie, did you look at Janet's roof? Ugh, it's like so flat. It looks like one of those roofing contractor commercials.
Who even understands those roofing guys anyways?
I like flat roofs and I cannot lie. You other contractors can't deny. TPO way up high. I'm hooked and I can't stop staring.
If you want a roof that's worth staring at, Avondale Roofing is where you go. Your roofing experts for over 30 years. AvondaleRoofing.com.
Welcome to the Chevy Lightning Round. Guess the clues to win. First team, you're up.
Powerful, commanding, unstoppable.
Silverado.
Adventurous, fun, techie.
Trailblazer.
Stylish, nimble.
Trax.
Innovative, electric.
Blazer EV. Lightning Round champions. You've guessed all the right Chevy clues.
Wherever the year takes you, explore it together in the Chevy of your choice. See your Badgerland Chevy dealer today.
Welcome back to Jim, Matt, and Molly, presented by Coors Light on 100.5 ESPN. Also brought to you by J&K Security Solutions.
Love it. You guys know that I just had twins. They're about 4 months old, and I have a toddler, so I need all the energy that I can get. Zoa gives me the perfect boost without the crash that comes with other energy drinks, and the best part about it is that Zoa is packed with natural ingredients like caffeine from green coffee and green tea, fueling both my workouts and my busy workdays. Plus, the flavors are amazing. I think Wild Orange is now my favorite, and I feel so good about it, knowing that it's all about clean energy. Pick up some Zoa for yourself. You can find them anywhere that you get your groceries. Head over to zoaenergy.com to learn more. And now we're delighted to be joined.
Thrilled,
absolutely thrilled, as Jim Rutledge says. We're delighted to have Jason Wilde join us right here on Jim, Matt, and Molly as we are at the Blind Shot Social. Jason, how has your day been in Madison? It's nice having you in the flesh.
It's been great. I didn't realize how handsome the gold medalist was until I saw him in person again. I don't know the last time I saw you.
What are you wearing on
person.
Your hand?
He's
golf
wearing his golf
I'm ready
glove.
to go hit a couple golf balls.
He was about to drive on the simulator, and then we called him back to do the show.
Yeah.
So
I was like, Jason's here. What do they need me for? First of all, I also want to apologize for yesterday when you said the golf course or that Mike Murphy bought a golf course. I totally zoned you out. And that was rude.
Fine.
So I'm sorry.
You don't think Tausch does that?
Well, fair, but like Tausch has earned it over the years. I don't feel like I've earned it yet.
He only has one gold
medal. And you get a glimpse of we have to. It doesn't matter if we're here at the Everlight Solar Studio. We have to wrangle Matt in.
Yeah.
He just wanders.
They
off.
tried to turn my chair away from the TVs so I couldn't be distracted during the show.
I deal with a guy just like that.
Yeah.
So it's all good. I don't mind at all.
Okay. Well, I felt bad.
Oh boy. Jason.
You can ask our poll question.
Would you like to say, because you can probably phrase it better. I don't know it off the top.
So there's something making the rounds on social media that the Cubs game's a blowout, and there's a couple sitting behind home plate, and in the screenshot from the game, the couple is lady and tramping a hot dog. So the question was, what is the worst food you could think of to lady and the tramp with your significant other?
Well, hot dog would be toward the top of the list. It's got to be something that would require a lengthy process of eating toward it, right?
Yeah. And it's
like a churro.
Yep.
That was one of the options.
There's a lot of Twinkie. Yeah.
Steak.
Yuck.
T-bone.
Are you going to say that I came up with the most answers?
No, I say brat. You came up with brat.
Brat would be worse than hot dog, for sure.
Yeah. The Packers used to have, I don't know if they still have it, I don't obviously sit in the stands, but at one of the concession stands they have what they call the horse collar sausage, which is like basically a ring bologna, like a very lengthy piece of meat.
Yeah.
That would they were really doing that?
Yeah, it's at least in the photo that was taken.
Were they an attractive couple, would you say?
Nah.
Molly saw it. The weirder part, Jason, was that they're closer to our age than Molly's age. Because again, if it was college kids, you just lose your mind a little bit.
Sure.
Have too many Coors Lights.
Right.
You feel like at some point in your 40s, shame sets in. But
I just was having a conversation with Wally and Corey on the damn sports show. They went to a movie together, the two of them, and they ate out of the same container of popcorn.
No, that's weird.
Yeah, that's what I said.
That's weird.
I
if your hand touches
and
just
again, I'm just more of I would like my own popcorn.
Yes,
that's
right.
all. Those guys are a great duo, but
I have a popcorn story that it was with a partner with ESPN, so I won't name the partner. But
advertising partner, not a partner.
An advertising partner with ESPN. It was me, Greg Scalzo, and said partner. And the partner had gotten the caramel, the green and cream colored popcorn, caramel corn at the Bucs game. Now, I'd like to point out that this game was February pre-COVID. So he has this, and he was going to offer me some, and I was like, no, I'm good. And then I saw him sneeze in his hand, dig his hand back in there, offer some to Scalzo. I didn't say or bump Scalzo or anything. Scalzo ate some, and he got sick.
God, you're so and you have to be top 5 worst friends ever.
But I didn't know how to tell him. Without I'm in the middle between the advertising partner, me, and Scalzo. So I couldn't really do much of anything. Scalzo grabbed a handful. Scalzo's sick, 2 weeks later. I think that was the start of COVID. I think I figured out where it started. It was at Pfizer Forum with
the Green and Green popcorn.
Yeah.
Oh
Patient zero.
Right, yeah.
Patient zero.
Yeah.
It's amazing what you contribute when you listen.
Yes. Yeah. When he's engaged, yeah. So, Jason, I have here in front of me ESPN, I don't know if it's Mel Kiper or whomever, kind of breaking down where quarterbacks could land. And he doesn't, which is surprising to me because the Packers have been a team that's been pretty – I think a lot of teams want to draft a quarterback every year or at least acquire one as an undrafted free agent. Packers have been pretty upfront about that. This does not have the Packers acquiring any of the quarterbacks in this draft. Do you think they'll, at a bare minimum, acquire an undrafted free agent?
I think as much as Goody likes to say, we want to take a quarterback every year, he's got 8 picks right now. Now, I expect him to trade back to maybe get to double digits, get to 10.
Yeah.
So that might take a couple of trades to do it, but I don't see, and I don't want to say squandering. Squandering's the wrong word. But they took Michael Pratt last year, 7th-round guy out of Tulane. I think he ended up in Tampa. I don't know if he ended up sticking there or not. I kind of lost track of him. But let's look at what they have right now. They've not only got their clear-cut starter, who is facing a critical year, as we all agree, but they have a backup that, while maybe the Tennessee Titans didn't realize what they had in him, the Packers certainly do now. Yes, in the first game against Indianapolis, he was a handing-off machine.
Yeah.
But he made some throws in that Tennessee game, and he made a big-time throw in that Jacksonville game that they came back. They wound up winning after the Jaguars had tied it up. So they know they've got their backup. He's under contract. And they still have Sean Clifford, a former draft pick of theirs, look,
crazy.
Is he ready to be an NFL starter? No. But I would challenge a lot of teams. Do they have a third stringer that is as adept as Sean Clifford? I mean, Sean Clifford is like 46 years old for how long he was at Penn State. But in all seriousness, he's experienced. He's not the typical first-year type player that you would have there. I would expect that they would sign an undrafted free agent, but no, unless there's somebody who should have gone in the 5th round and he's still there in the 7th, I don't expect them to draft a quarterback.
I want to follow up on that just because is Jordan Love, is he past the stage of maybe needing a vet in the room? Because that's the other way you could go. Now, Chicago, they signed Case. They have Tyson Bagent as their backup quarterback. They signed Case Keenum to basically be their third because they're like, look, no matter how much we have a former player, JT Barrett, as the quarterback's coach, on game day, he's not talking to Caleb. We don't have that guy. We want Case to be that guy. Jordan's now been a starter for 2 years. Obviously, it's a full year longer than Caleb, and he's been in the league 5 or 4 years longer than Caleb. Do you think the Packers are kind of moved past the idea of having a vet? Because that's not Malik Willis is not a vet either. I mean, he's been around for a while, but not started a lot of games. Do you think they've moved past the idea of ever adding a vet to be a sounding board for Jordan?
I think they have, in part because their quarterback's coach is a former quarterback who played in the league for a long time, certainly as a backup. But whether or not the guy is there as a quarterback's coach or he's, like Matt Hasselbeck toward the end of his career was doing that. I feel like that's not something that Goody values necessarily. So I don't think that they would go that direction either.
So Luke Musgrave and Tucker Kraft were both drafted in the 2023 draft together. Do you think there's any chance that the Packers double up on draft picks this year? And if so, what positions do you think they could go after or that they should go after?
Yeah, that's a really good question, Molly, because they have a track record of doing that, not just with tight ends, but as we know, in the 22 and 23 drafts, they drafted 3 wide receivers each in that as well. There's always the famous story of 1999 after Randy Moss comes into the league that Ron Wolf goes corner, corner, corner to start the draft, right? So, and just quickly back to the quarterback thing, this is another reason why they're going to stick with Sean Mannion as their quarterback's coach as opposed to drafting a young guy or bringing in a veteran because they need that roster spot and they need that draft pick. And it might be to double up on corner or to they need an offensive line depth charge. Like you can say, oh, well, they signed Aaron Banks. But, what happened last year when one piece came out
Yep.
The whole Jenga of their offensive line fell apart because they did not have somebody that could come in after 4 snaps and replace Elton Jenkins and just be serviceable. So now you have to have questions because you're talking about they had Kadeem Telfort, they had Travis Glover, and then they had Jacob Monk, who was active in that game, and they didn't put him in either. And then on top of all that, then they lose Josh Myers late in the game, and they still don't put Jacob Monk in. So he was a 5th-round pick last year. Is he a different player this year? If he is, then you don't necessarily have to feel pressure to draft another offensive lineman. But if he isn't, now you're adding another one of those. And again, with only 8 picks, 2 of them 7th-rounders, they have a lot of needs. There are some more glaring than others where I wouldn't be surprised if they doubled up. I don't think they'll double up at tight end again, though.
The Jacob Monk thing is the ultimate what's up with that thing. Because, seriously, I know that's like our running joke when you join our show.
No, that's perfect.
But I really feel that way because I feel like the only thing that we know about him is that the guy is allergic to cold water. That was the biggest story coming out of him getting drafted last year. We know nothing about him. We've never seen him play. There's nothing.
Yeah.
It's weird.
Yeah, and again, I don't know why they went the direction they did after the injury because then they moved Sean Ryan to center, and I can't remember if they brought back Glover in or they brought somebody else in. I mean, it was
a mess.
It was a mess. That's the word for it, and it did make you wonder what's up with that when that occurred. So, I don't know what Goody's plan is in terms of kind of a big picture of, I want to get this number of players at this position, but again, corner, wide receiver, defensive line, offensive line. The beauty of that for a team that was 11-6 and made the playoffs for the 2nd straight year, that's a lot of needs. And so there's a chance that you don't necessarily have to go away from the best player available concept because he might match it because you have so many needs.
Right. So, Jason, as a guy who tends to cheer for the story over the team,
He does listen once.
Is there a first-round draft pick that you think the story would be the best?
Well, so not
for the Packers.
I know this is somewhat of the recency effect, but the fact that Emeka Ibuka was in for a visit, and the fact that they have not drafted a wide receiver since 2002, which again, I know I'm kind of the old man on the panel, but even for me, they've only drafted 4 wide receivers in the first round in my lifetime.
Crazy.
2 of them are Hall of Famers.
2 of them are Hall of Famers. James Lofton in 78, Sterling Sharp in 88. But the other 2 are obviously Javon Walker in 2002 when I was in my 6th or 7th year covering the team. And the other one is Barry Smith, who was drafted when I was a toddler. The Tailgate Tour bus is pulling up. So my point is that would be a heck of a story, right?
Right, yeah.
Now, the guy that I'm intrigued by, we talked about him with Mel Kiper, is Shamar Stewart.
The one with the highest RAS score.
I mean,
but 1.5 sacks is entire.
Right.
Yeah, but 9.99, Jim.
Right, and that's
RAS is the line.
But that's what makes it so fascinating, right? You guys just crystallized it perfectly. Goody loves guys that are high RAS score guys. And for a guy 9.99 out of 10, he's the 3rd highest. I was reading it from the Math Bomb or whatever he calls himself. Yeah. There's been 1,870 defensive linemen that he has done this for since 1987, and he's 3rd.
Wow.
Yeah.
3rd.
Well,
but he has no production whatsoever.
Miles Garrett type athleticism with no production. He's a guy he's popped up as a Bears. He's terrified. I don't want no part of him. Reminds me of Mike Mamoulia.
Right.
For fans of
Gesundheit.
Boston College guy.
Yeah.
Boston College guy went to the draft, the combine, and had an amazing combine. I don't know if they were doing the scores back then, but he didn't have the production in college. Got drafted by Philadelphia. I don't think he was a horrible pick, but nowhere close, and a big miss overall.
Right. But he's the cautionary tale of drafting guys that measure and test well and don't have college production. It's a balancing act. But as we went through with Mel and Tausch and I talked about subsequently, at what point does Goody look at that? I think Eric Stokes was one of those guys. I think Rashawn Gary was definitely. Rashawn Gary's grade was 9.95.
Yeah.
But has his production matched that or his contract, quite frankly, right?
Yep. So Pro Bowler Rashawn Gary?
That's how they refer to him up
Matt's
there.
Guy.
Yes, sir.
Matt's guy.
God, Rashawn Gary cracks me up. But anyways.
Yeah. I've been ever since I started doing this show with Jim like 3 years ago, I've been so bullish on Rashawn Gary that it's been
he's the last one left. I want to ask you, before we get to the draft, because this.
Except for Rashawn and his mom.
Right. There's not going to be a lot of moves most likely coming that are going to be significant before the draft here. So in the offseason, if you're not getting better, you're getting worse and all that. In the NFC North, like Detroit lost 2 coordinators.
Yep.
The Vikings lost their starting quarterback. Chicago had the farthest to go. They might have, quote-unquote, won the offseason. But where do you think that – and the Packers, I don't really know what they've done. Like, I'm not asking for a prediction, but, like, who do you think had the best and worst offseason so far in the North?
Yeah, look, if we're counting both net minuses and pluses, I don't know how you don't look at how things have played out in Detroit and say, like, they lost Carlton Davis, but they signed DJ Reed. I mean, that's a push,
right?
If we're being honest, right? In fact, Carlton Davis got a better contract than DJ Reed got. They actually saved money with him. So, and you lose those 2 coordinators. Maybe their new 2 guys are terrific. Maybe they are. Yeah. But maybe they have the same thing happen as Philly had after they lost their 2 coordinators to new jobs, to head coaching jobs. So I would say that the Packers have been the most level, right? I mean, changing quarterbacks, even if J.J. McCarthy is the 10th overall pick, there's risk involved. We saw Jordan Love in the first half of the 23 season. Is he going to play at that level for the Vikings? Is he going to play at the Jordan Love second half of the season level? Remember, the other part about J.J. McCarthy, he was on injured reserve all year. He didn't get to practice even. Yeah. So he's more of a redshirt rookie than he is a second-year player who got to practice with the team all season. Yep. So all those teams, I would just, I know people like to give you a hard time. I would be leery of the Bears. So Wooly and Chrissy, mark this tape, and if I'm completely wrong, I join a legion of Bears fans who have thought things were changing.
Yep.
But if I'm right, they've solidified their offensive line. They have arguably the Mike Holmgren type coach that everybody wanted, the offensive-minded guy, came from a successful program like Holmgren did in '92.
Yep.
They're the ones who had the farthest to go, but they're the ones who did the most.
Right.
Hey, I'm in your camp. This is my stance that I believe that Caleb Williams will be the best quarterback in the NFC North within the next 2 years. I've started buying like sports cards of Caleb Williams. Because
you're putting your money where your mouth is.
I am. Hoping for a big return.
Put the kids through college.
Let's go. Exactly.
The one thing I feel confident with Ben Johnson coming in and everything is that we're going to find out if Caleb's a fraud or not.
Yeah.
Ben. So then they'll have to move on, but it seems like they might have the coach. Here's the thing that I'll tell you. Eberflus, 5-19 in one-score games. So over the last few years, Chicago with an average coach would have been more of a problem for any team.
Right.
5-19, like that is abysmal. That's the worst in like all of sports over his time
it's
in
like
one-score
music
games.
to my ears. I love it.
Yeah, well, Ben Johnson's had the top offense 2 years in a row. So we'll have to see what he can do.
And it's hard for him to be worse.
Right. Yeah, it really is hard for them to be worse. The Packers are here. Jason, I'm sure you want to mingle and say hello, and we're going to try to grab a few Packer play.
I'd rather spend time with you. But you guys need this seat for a real guest.
Well,
I'm happy to get
You
up.
are a fantastic guest.
Yeah, thank you, Jason. Great insight. And it's great to see you.
We were thrilled to have you.
We never get a chance to see you, so it's great to see you.
All right, guys. Take care. Be good.
Jason Wilde. This is Jim, Matt, and Molly, presented by Coors Light.
You're listening to Jim, Matt, and Molly.
Come on, Matt. You're the fantasy football guy.
I know, but like we're pretty far removed from fantasy last year. Like,
and honestly, you're into tight ends. Like, I knew how that was going to sound before I said it, but I didn't mean it like.
Okay.
On 100.5 ESPN and the ESPN Madison YouTube channel. Rah. Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin present your Badger Minute. Here's Pablo Iglesias.
This Badger Minute brought to you by Starion Bank with 3 Madison area locations in Middleton, Sun Prairie, and Monona. Starion Bank is here investing in your community. Start your experience at starionbank.com. Member FDIC. Draft day on the horizon. ESPN's Mel Kiper stopping by Wilde and Tausch, breaking down the draft class. The longtime analyst with his thoughts on multiple Badgers, including Hunter Wohler.
I think he goes day 3. It just depends upon whether it's the 5th, 6th, 7th round area. I liked him at Wisconsin. Obviously, a really good player. He tackles well. He's got a chance in the NFL. We thought Jim Leonard come out of his program, and there we gave him a shot. Look what Jim Leonard developed into. Overall, I think you look at where Wohler will go. I'd like to say somewhere mid to late day 3.
Everyone is talking about the draft, but you won't feel one from high-quality Pella Windows. Get no-interest financing options or free glass upgrades today at PellaWI.com.
Zimbrick Honda has been a proud part of the Madison community since 1973, and they're your one-stop shop for over 250 new Hondas to choose from. Whether it's the sedan, SUV, or truck, their selection of new vehicles is second to none and has exactly what you're looking for. Stop in today at their location on Fish Hatchery Road and check out the all-new 2024 Honda Prologue, Honda's first all-electric SUV, or browse their selection online at ZimbrickHonda.com. That's ZimbrickHonda.com. Shop local. Shop Zimbrick Honda.
Junior Achievement of Wisconsin has had business technology from James Imaging Systems for several years. Lori Salzman, Vice President of Enterprise Services, explains why.
We started with the document imaging, and I have to say that the service and support has been fantastic.
James Imaging Systems, a 100% Wisconsin-owned and managed business technology company.
I've never met an organization that is so responsive to make sure that we are up and running all the time for us to be more efficient and allow us to focus more on the work that we do for helping young people.
Lori, what's your recommendation to others that aren't getting that kind of attention from their business technology company?
Please call James Imaging because they will work with you to make sure that you find a solution that can make you more efficient and productive.
Make the call 608-221-3457 or visit jamesimaging.com. James Imaging Systems, your local business technology partner.
All day, every day, the Carbless Talk and Text line is open for you. 844-770-3776. The Carbless Talk and Text line. This is more.
The sports calendar is heating up, and with ESPN Bet Sportsbook, you can go from checking news to stats to placing bets in a couple of taps. Stream games, bet live, and get exclusive offers when you link your ESPN account. Right now, you can get $100 in bonus bets when you make your first $10 wager. Download the ESPN Bet app and sign up with promo code USL to get started today. Must be 21 or older. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Terms and conditions apply. See app for details. Offer not available in New York.
Still getting around to that fix on your car? You got this. On eBay, you'll find millions of parts guaranteed to fit. Doesn't matter if it's a major engine repair or your first time swapping your windshield wipers. eBay has that part you need, ready to click perfectly into place for changes big and small. Loud or quiet, find all the parts you need at prices you'll love. Guaranteed to fit every time. But you already know that. eBay. Things, people, love. Eligible items only. Exclusions apply.
Join the Madison Money Guy, Christian Finfrock, for Retirement Income Strategies, Saturday and Sunday mornings at 7. Get the information you need as you plan for retirement. That's Retirement Income Strategies, Saturday and Sunday mornings at 7. Investment advisory services offer the Retirement Income Strategies, an SEC-registered investment advisor.
You're listening to Jim, Matt, and Molly, presented by Coors Light. Also brought to you by J&K Security Solutions, securing homes and businesses in the Madison area since 1987.
He's coming up, 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 he's coming up. It's there.
Jim, Matt, and Molly continues live from Blind Shot Social for the Packers Tailgate Tour. The Packers are here, a little VIP event before they go to the Garver Feed Mill. At Canopy Wealth Management, care, competence, and clarity is not just a tagline, it's a promise. They're an independent, fee-based firm specialized in customized investment portfolio management, tax-aware wealth planning, and personalized client service. They will steward you along your financial journey. Go to canopy-wealth.com today, canopy-wealth.com. Jim Rutledge, Molly Brown, Matt Hamilton with you. I have to update the story, and I'll give credit to WSCR in Chicago. They interviewed or talked with the hot dog couple. So if you're just tuning in, we earlier in the day saw on social media that there was a couple on camera looking like they were sharing a hot dog Lady in the Tramp style at a Cubs game. It was a blowout. And it gets stranger. So the hot dog couple, so we did ask you 844-770-3776. Carbos Talking text line, list is more, what's the worst food to Lady and a Tramp with your significant other? We have to update this now because I don't know if this is true, but the couple maintains they did not know each other before today. And there might be a significant other at home who's annoyed. And they said it's just a friendly hot dog split.
Yeah.
There's no such thing as a friendly hot dog split.
Okay, here's
no such thing. Hot dogs involved, no such thing as a friendly
That's
one.
not a it's not a foot-long hot dog where you're far away. Like, you are close.
Yeah, but if you only have one bite and that's all they caught on camera.
Now, again, I will say this, if you're trying to defend them, if you look on camera, it looks like maybe she's kind of miming it and he's taking a bite,
right.
And they're just goofing. And
right, if you know you're on camera, you're doing something funny behind home plate. What person's sitting next to you's like, hey, this would be hilarious. You want to get on TV?
All right, so Matt, if you saw your significant other sharing a hot dog mouth to mouth, Lady and Tramp style, at a baseball game that you're not there with her at
the first bite of the hot dog. Or are they already about to meet in the middle?
I don't know how many
picture
bites
is
in there.
in your phone. It was texted to you. You can look at.
I'm a professional. I'm not trying to look at my phone during the show.
You could have looked during the break at any other point.
I'm so distracted here. There's no way I was looking at my phone when there's Packer players in the building.
There's less than.
You're right, Molly. That's actually a good point. I would definitely have questions.
Yeah.
I don't think immediate. I wouldn't. My brain wouldn't immediately go to jealousy, but I'm not really that kind of guy.
But here's the thing: it would be so out of character for your wife specifically.
It's totally
reverse. If she saw Matt do it,
she'd be mortified, but she'd also be like, "That seems like something he'd do. He's such an idiot. I can't believe he did that."
In no world am I, and Molly, I think you're similar to me. I'm not making that much of a connection with someone that I'm doing that.
I'm not even turning to look at them because I don't want to talk to a stranger.
Exactly.
I'm not going to give them a high five when the Brewers score a rush.
No, get out of town. No. Literally everybody in my direct vicinity gets a high five at a Packer game after a time.
Not that kind of gal. Not the kind of gal.
Take a second to look at the photo because it's also an empty stadium because it's cold. It's a day game. And so there's nobody really around. So I don't know how they became friends or started sitting next to each other. So I actually think they must know each other on some level.
Also, the people next to them don't look like they're mortified that their girlfriend is their friend.
Yeah.
They're not like, oh, what is she doing sharing this hot dog? So I think they might be lying.
Yeah, that's pretty close, but either way.
That's real close. That is real
close.
So
the other part of it is that if you looked at it, again, maybe the person is different, but if I'm going to a game, and again, maybe it's being married with kids, if I could have the bliss of just being at a game and consume it by myself,
yep,
it's amazing. If I could just go there and be left alone, I'm not trying to make friends. I'm just not. I will placate the conversation, but I am absolutely not trying to make friends.
Honestly, the fact that I have 50 kids at home actually makes me want to go to a Brewers game by myself and eat a hot dog by myself. Do you know what I mean? I love my kids, but that sounds glorious.
It's nothing against your kids. It's just the peace and quiet.
Yes,
of
it's a quiet sport.
Not having to do anything for anyone and just be like, we're good.
Exactly.
Yeah, no, I guess.
No, Matt, you are golden. You need other people's energy. And maybe that'll change over time, but
we'll
I just don't need the validation or attention from other people.
Fair enough. That's
I'm not saying it's a negative. There's plenty of people out there that want that, need that, and feed off of it.
Oh, yeah.
And we've talked about this before. I actually do this with my kids now, what fills your bucket during the day. Social interactions, all that, I don't dislike it, but it doesn't fill my bucket. It empties my bucket. My family fills my bucket, being home and everything at the end of the day. And then I still enjoy all this. But, Matt, you are definitely someone that your bucket gets filled with
by sharing hot dogs with strangers.
Yes. More and more attention. And that's not negative. There's usually two types of people. Molly, does social interaction fill or empty your bucket?
Empty, 100,000%. Empty.
Yeah.
Human interaction empties me.
Absolutely. Same.
Yes, I do live.
Could not imagine.
I do live in a cave, basically.
It's not like I don't want to be around people. It's
exactly.
Just, it's exhausting. And at some point, I'm taxed and I'm maxed out.
Yes. Yeah, total opposite. I felt a jolt of energy as more and more people have come in here. I am more and more excited.
I get a little anxious.
I don't mind everyone in here. I don't need to talk to any of them.
I'm just thinking, look how these new best friends I could make.
Yeah.
Yeah, we are not the same.
we are not the same.
We're different.
That's fair.
All right, this is Jim, Matt, and Molly, presented by Coors Light.
Since J&K Security Solutions opened in 1987, our attention to detail and customer service have been our strongest assets. I'm President Jeffrey Beckman. We'll always do our best to find the most efficient and cost-effective solution to every job we tackle. Whether it's security for your home or business, installing video surveillance, or being able to control your garage doors from your phone, we can help you feel empowered with simple and user-friendly technology. Let's work together to secure your home or business. jksecurity.com.
Hi, this is former Badger Pro Football Hall of Famer Joe Thomas. You're listening to 100.5 ESPN WTLX Monona, Madison. Good Karma Brands radio station.
Broadcasting live from the Everlight Solar Studio, this is your Metro Kia of Madison Sports Center.
How's it going, Madison? This is Chrissy Birdsall with your Sports Center update, brought to you by Ridgetop Exteriors, Wisconsin's premier roofing, siding, and window contractor since 2002. Visit them at ridgetopexteriors.com. The Milwaukee Bucks are rolling into the final stretch of the regular season after taking down the Minnesota Timberwolves 110-103 last night. It was a 20-point comeback for the Bucks, who went on a 32-3 fourth quarter run to secure their fifth straight victory. With just 3 games left in the regular season, the Bucks looking like they'll stay in the 5th seed in the Eastern Conference. They're back in action tomorrow, taking on the New Orleans Pelicans at Pfizer Forum. Tip time set for 7 p.m. with pregame coverage starting at 6:30 right here on 100.5 ESPN, Madison's home of the Milwaukee Bucks. ESPN Madison is also Madison's new home for the Milwaukee Brewers, and the Brew Crew kicking off their West Coast road trip with a 7-1 win over the Colorado Rockies last night. The Brew Crew is back in action for Game 2 of the series tomorrow. Tonight, Tyler Alexander is on the mound for first pitch, scheduled for 7:40 p.m. with pregame coverage starting at 7 right here on 100.5 ESPN.
Metro Kia of Madison, Madison's trusted Kia dealer. Stop into Metro Kia on the east side of Madison or metrokiaofmadison.com.
Everybody's ego takes a shot on this show.
You gotta keep your chill with Jim, Matt, and Molly.
I am savage.
So you're not special.
Jim, if we want to play this game, we can play this game.
And I'm just like, oh my God, this guy's going to swing on Jim. He's a complicated fellow.
People like me.
I don't think so.
This is Jim, Matt, and Molly. Presented by Coors Light on 100.5 ESPN.
We're learning a lot about each other.
We got Homer, Matt Hamilton.
Yeah.
We have
Pessimist Molly.
No. Realist.
and then Contrarian.
Total. Yeah.
Jim Rutledge here.
It's Murr.
I'm the problem. It's
Mister.
Could it be possible you guys are the best show in ESPN Wisconsin, the whole state?
Yeah, obviously. It's
possible. Anything's possible.
You're the best.
Broadcasting live from the Everlight Solar Studio in downtown Madison. Alongside Matt Hamilton and Molly Brown, here's Jim Rutledge.
Hour number 2 of Jim, Matt, and Molly continues. We are live at the Blind Shot Social Packers Tailgate Tour. Jim Rutledge, Matt Hamilton, and Molly Brown with you. Matt Hamilton is buttering up a great, exciting guest for us. Matt, what were you talking to Mark Murphy about? Our next guest here. Were you talking about your curling exploits here, or what?
A little bit. Talking also about the curling club so close to Lambeau. I was telling him families had season tickets. While I wasn't old enough to partake in some of the tailgating festivities, Dad would we'd parked there because we were curlers, and you got like a $5 discount if you were a curler.
Yeah.
And Dad would send me inside to go curl while him and Mom enjoyed the tailgate, maybe shared a hot dog.
Okay.
and I would go curling, and then when game time rolled around, we'd walk into the stadium. It was awesome.
Well, we're joined by Mark Murphy from the Green Bay Packers. And, Mark, I want to ask this part, $1 million question. Do you remember Matt Hamilton, the curler, the gold medal, Team Schuster of a couple of years ago?
He's a legend, 2018.
Yeah, nailed it.
Right.
We definitely didn't just talk about it.
I thought he had a Quay Walker jersey on, but it's more old school.
Yeah, well, Don Mikowski, which Matt, and this is not Matt's old enough that he didn't remember playing, or young enough not to remember Mikowski playing, so he used to call him Magikowski because he was the Magic Man.
Yeah.
And so he thought it was Magikowski, and I was
For
like,
too long.
And I remember Mikowski because he was the guy before Favre, but Mikowski was, as you can attest, he had a good year and a half, and then he got kind of Wally pipped a little bit.
Yeah, he was a great athlete. He and I went to rival high schools.
Okay.
Not together.
Yeah.
I'm quite a bit older than him, but he's from the Buffalo area, and he was he was great. I played at University of Virginia, and but you're right. I mean, he was off to a great start in his career, and then he had a really serious injury.
Yep.
It kind of opened the door for Favre.
So we've got to ask. Matt was mesmerized finding out that you own a golf course up in Door County, I believe, correct?
Yes.
So with Masters Week coming, well, it's here now.
It's here.
Yes.
The par 3 tournament today.
Yeah. Have you ever gone, or would you like to go to the Masters?
I have gone.
Okay.
Yeah, I've been there. I would love to play the course. I haven't played the course.
Right.
But, I went to it. It was funny. When I was the athletic director at Colgate University, we were putting a new AstroTurf field on our field hockey field. And AstroTurf is a big sponsor of the Masters, believe it or not, because there are AstroTurf is on the bridges at Augusta. So if when you watch the tournament and they show the bridges, you can see this beautiful grass, but it's it's AstroTurf. So I tell you, it was amazing to be there. What you don't realize on TV, how hilly it is.
Mm-hmm.
It's really, the undulation is really hilly, but obviously it's beautiful with the flowers and,
And they pipe in
time
bird
of year
noises,
when
right?
golf. Oh, yeah, they do on TV.
Yeah.
So anyway, the course I own, Max Walton Braves, is very similar to Augusta.
Some call it the Augusta of Door County.
Of Bailey's Arbor. It's the only course in Bailey's Arbor.
Excellent. Mark, so I'm going to get right into the Packers questions for you. Obviously, nice career. July, I think, is your birthday, and that's when Ed Policy is going to be taking over. 2 questions. Outside of the Super Bowl, favorite accomplishment that you pulled off, and then the one I think might be more interesting, which one after the fact you're like, oh, I should have done this, or like, if you could have one redo in your career, what would it have been?
All right, well, I'll be positive.
Yeah, let's go positive, negative.
I would say, obviously, you're right, Super Bowl, but I'd say just the consistent success.
Right.
It's hard to win in the NFL, and the fact that we've been able to, consistently be in contention, that's been, and obviously I think the changes we've made to Lambeau Field and the area around it, particularly with Titletown, is something we're really proud of. I guess early on, the situation that we dealt with Brett Favre, I don't know if it was early in my tenure, probably could have done some things differently there, but
Gotcha.
didn't realize, I knew that it was a big deal. Well, it's funny because it was actually a lot of this occurred when we were on our tailgate tour.
Yeah.
So this would have been in 2008. It was my first few months on the job, and Favre unretires, and so we're on the tailgate tour, and literally we had tens of reporters every single place we went, chasing us and asking questions, and I don't think I realized the magnitude of right away. Coming from having been at Colgate and Northwestern, just not the same level of interest.
Right.
So
hold up, I will say. It's funny you don't realize the impact or level of interest of it. I met my wife in 2009, and my first question after "What's your name?" is, "How do you feel about? Or are you a Packer fan? And how do you feel about Brett Favre?" And that answer decided.
Yeah.
She was like, "I loved what he did with the Packers. I hate that he went." This is after he had just gone to Minnesota, so I was like, "Oh, that's a great answer. I think we should go out sometime."
So when it wasn't exactly the same, but when Rodgers, everything came through with that, did you feel like, oh, here we go again?
I've seen this before.
Or you're like, I know, I got the blueprint.
Yeah, seen this movie.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
No, each situation is a little different and unique. But I would say that there is an old saying in the NFL that the best time to draft a quarterback is when you don't need one.
Yep.
And another good saying, and these are truisms that do hold true because the test of time has shown it out. But so as I mentioned, the best time to draft one is when you don't need one. And then I'm forgetting the other one, and it'll come right to
me. So we're just 15 days away from the NFL draft being in Green Bay. I mean, what does the excitement level in Green Bay look like?
The excitement level is unbelievable. I didn't mean to cut you off.
Oh, no, you're good.
No, it's and being on the tailgate tour, everybody is obviously every stop people are asking about the draft, and really it's exciting not just for Green Bay but the entire state.
I'm curious from a backroom perspective, because obviously when you're watching the draft on TV, you get to see all the executives, everything coming together, being excited about their draft picks and everything. How early do you know who you want to pick? Obviously, your pick could come off the board, and then you got to figure out the next best thing. But how early do you kind of make those decisions?
It's really fascinating. And when I was a player, I always wondered what it's like in the draft room. And my position now, I'm able to be there. It's really fluid, and you can see the board, and I have great respect, obviously, for Ted Thompson and now what Brian Gutekunst is able to do. But I think they both were good poker players. They keep the cards close, but you can kind of see when how the board is going, and there's been one of the challenges is if the board isn't as good as they think, they'll trade down because then you can get 2 picks, and so it's really fascinating to see how quickly it. Did you ever watch the movie Draft Day?
Yep.
Yeah. It was obviously there's not the romance involved or whatever, but there was some truth to it.
Talking with Mark Murphy.
So I did remember the other saying in the NFL is, and it's not just quarterbacks, but although it holds true there, is it's better off moving on from somebody a year too early than a year too late. And that's kind of it's cruel reality of the NFL, but that there's a lot of, especially with the salary cap now and the difficult decisions you have to make. Yeah.
Do you ever get in your GM's ear I really like this guy, or is it just you got it?
Yeah, no.
I have no say in it, no veto power either.
Yeah,
I gotta want him.
No, and the rumor that I have told Brian that he cannot trade out of the first round is not true.
Right. I actually joked about it. I was like, "There's no way they trade out of it. It's in Green Bay."
Matt was feeling that rumor. He's like, "I'm a Packer fan. I gotta have the pick."
No, it's funny. Well, Brian, I went up to Brian after that, and I said, "Brian, if you think the best thing for the Packers is to trade out of the first round, do it." We'll probably get booed, but
yeah, I know you might.
You're in a unique position, obviously, president, CEO, but you're at the owners' meetings. The rest of the league, nobody's set up like the Packers. Looking back, and I think you had a quote about this of you're at these owners' meetings without the owner's pocketbook. But what was it like navigating those rooms with all of those billionaires and those owners of teams as you're representing the Packers as essentially their owner, but it's such a different dynamic?
Yeah, it's a couple things. I'd say I think there is a level of respect for the Packers. Number one, for the success that we've had on the field, but also I think from a financial standpoint, have been fairly successul. I think a lot of the owners don't like the fact that all of our financials are made public. That's just the reality of it.
Yeah.
But no, it's I mean, my wife calls me a phoner, an FAUX nerd. It's like an owner without the money.
Okay.
But no, it's. Yeah, I think we are. The Pack. They're just viewed differently. I mean, it's just the reality of it that we're a different organization. And it really, there's not any. And of all the professional sports in the United States, there's not one that's similar. It's CFL. There's a few CFL teams that are community owned the way we are.
So I gotta ask, because Jim brought up the owners meeting, and if you just want to veto the question, feel free. Can you get us any insight onto the tush push? We've talked about it a lot on our show.
Yeah,
obviously.
I am a hated man in Philadelphia.
I can imagine.
No, it ended up. Well, first of all, I I don't think it's a good play. I don't think it's good for the game.
I think it's boring.
It's boring. There haven't been a lot of injuries coming out of it because there's just this pretty small sample size. But the chief medical officer of the NFL, a man named Alan Sills, has really serious concerns about just the nature of the play, the way bodies come together, and what he had said is it's just a matter of time that there'll be a catastrophic injury. But and also it's kind of the pace of play. It just slows everything down.
Right.
I don't know if you saw in the NFC championship game when what's
What
the
a
name? Frankie
debacle.
looked like.
Yeah, they almost got a free touchdown. It was crazy.
Oh, I know. The official was, we're going to award them a touchdown. So what happened was we made the proposal to ban the play. We voted on it. You need 20. You need 3/4.
Right.
You need 24 votes. We got 16, but we decided to table it. And what we're going to do is we're working on language. Kind of go back. So prior to 2005, there was language that prohibited not only pulling but also pushing runners. And
Looks like we lost the guys. We're going to take a quick break, and we'll be right back on Jim, Matt, and Molly.
You're listening to Jim, Matt, and Molly.
Who just Who was that?
That was Molly.
Okay.
Molly's a snorter, and she makes weird noises when she laughs.
Presented by Coors Light on 100.5 ESPN and the ESPN Madison YouTube channel.
Hey, Gina, did you hear about the draft?
Wayne, there's no draft at Pella.
There's definitely a draft. Right, Wilde? Yeah, everybody's talking about it.
Pella windows are constructed of the highest quality. No drafts. But Pella should be everyone's #1 pick because right now at Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin, get no interest financing options or free glass upgrades.
So where is the draft?
Coon. Visit PellaWI.com today.
Certain restrictions apply and support 30/20/25.
Cheesy Bites Pizza is back at Pizza Hut. For only $13.99, you get a large pizza with 28 pullable, poppable, cheese-filled bites. Plus, it comes with Pizza Hut's very own Ranch Lovers Flight, featuring 3 bold dips: Ultimate Ranch, Chipotle Ranch, and Pepperoni Ranch. 1 large pizza, 3 dips, endless flavor. Ready to dip into deliciousness? Well, hurry. It's only available for a limited time. Head to a Pizza Hut location or order online at pizzahut.com today. Pizza Hut. No one out-pizzas the Hut.
Ready to live the high life at home? Miller High Life is giving one lucky winner the ultimate backyard dive bar experience. It's a cabana complete with classic bar vibes, neon lights, and of course, plenty of high life. To enter, just order a Miller High Life at any participating dive bars in the Madison area and register with the link to the Miller High Life Backyard Dive Bar Giveaway. Get a ticket to Dive Bar Glory at your local watering hole, like Ideal Bar, Cahoots Bar, New Paradise Lounge, and Wilson's Bar and Grill.
When it comes to security for your home and family, you want a winner, and we found one when we placed our trust with J&K Security Solutions. This is Greg Gard. Kim and Jeff hit the game-winning shot for us with the Control 4 home technology system. Home or away, from our smartphones, we can open the garage door, dim the lights, turn on the TV, as well as arm the security system. That's convenience as well as peace of mind. Let J&K Security Solutions do for your home or business like they've done for us. Call 255-5799 or online at jksecurity.com.
Ben Bruss here to tell you about Zimbrick European. They're Mercedes, Audi, Porsche, and certified pre-owned. But the best part is I've been working with them since 2018, and the evolution has been a 2-door, a 4-door, and now it's time for an SUV. My life has changed, and it's changed with Zimbrick European. Being a dad has made it really important to have the comfort and the safety that the SUV will bring me. Again, Zimbrick European off the Beltline at Rimrock Road. Of course, I found the sexiest car on the lot. Check them out.
Want to join the fastest growing home solar company in the nation and work in the fastest growing industry in the world? Everlight Solar has open positions in the Madison area and in their newly open Milwaukee location. As Wisconsin's largest home solar company, Everlight Solar offers great opportunities to gain new skills and advance your career. Don't miss the chance to join the Everlight Solar team. Visit everlightsolar.com to apply today. Save money, save the planet, and start with Everlight Solar.
Hi, Drew and Jonathan Scott here, reminding you that a lot of life's firsts are better with help from American Family Insurance. Like your first home expansion or your first big lightning strike. There's a first for everything. Get the right home policy at the right price with the right help from American Family's agents. Life's better when you're under American Family's roof. Insure carefully, dream fearlessly. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Products not available in every state. American Family Mutual Insurance Company SI and its operating company 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
Get a sneak peek at the 2025 Wisconsin football team. Join us April 19th for Wisconsin Football Spring Showcase presented by UW Credit Union. The day kicks off with the Coles Kids Combine, followed by Badgers Open Practice at noon, featuring new faces like quarterback Billy Edwards Jr. and offensive coordinator Jeff Grimes. After practice, head to the field for photos with Badgers student-athletes. Tickets are $5 and free for football season ticket holders, UW students, and kids under 12. Claim your tickets for the Wisconsin Football Spring Showcase at uwbadgers.com.
Outdoor Living Unlimited's showroom on Stoughton Road is absolutely a must-see. Nobody builds a better backyard better than Outdoor Living Unlimited. New deck, outdoor kitchen, screen room, fire pit, and in-ground pool. Outdoor Living Unlimited is Wisconsin's leader in building the new deck. Wisconsin's #1 TimberTech decking installer. Looking for a backyard hardscape design? Stop by Outdoor Living Unlimited's amazing Madison showroom. Visit our open house on Saturday, April 19th from 9 to 1 p.m. and meet the team. Or visit OutdoorLivingUnlimited.com.
Julie Granger is the president of Junior Achievement of Wisconsin. Julie, your organization has business technology from James Imaging Systems. Yet today, please tell us about Junior Achievement's unique mission.
Junior Achievement of Wisconsin has a mission of inspiring and preparing young people for success in a global economy. We serve students anywhere from kindergarten through 12th grade, and we just started serving young adults 18 to 25.
I understand financial literacy is also an important part of your mission.
Financial literacy is critical to the long-term success of every individual so that they can plan their futures and they can live their dreams.
To help turn those dreams into reality, how can everyone get involved?
We are looking for people who are willing to donate their time, treasure, and talent to the organization.
What's the first step?
The best way to reach us is through our website, wisconsin.ja.org.
James Imaging Systems, your local business technology partner.
Hey football fans, Verizon is giving you the chance to win the ultimate draft experience with the Road to the Draft sweepstakes. 10 lucky winners will win tickets for the first day of the 2025 draft in Green Bay, including round-trip car service from Milwaukee, hotel accommodations, plus access to the Verizon viewing zone where you'll be taken care of like a first-round pick. Don't miss your chance to win the ultimate draft experience powered by Verizon. Hurry to select Wisconsin Verizon locations to enter by April 13th. No purchase necessary to enter. Must be legal U.S. resident of Wisconsin or Illinois. Age 21 years or older. Void where prohibited. For official rules and full details, visit www.espnwisconsincontest.com.
You're only minutes away from a better buying experience at Simden Chevy in Mount Horeb. Jim Rutledge here. What is a better buying experience? Well, that's the thing. You get to define it. It is the experience that is customized to you. What experience do you want at a car dealership? They can be your trusted friend or your trusted expert. So if you're in the market for a new or new-to-you Silverado, Colorado, Blazer, Trailblazer, remember, you're only minutes away from a better buying experience. And that's at Simden Chevy in Mount Horeb.
ESPN Wisconsin's Mark Tauscher here for Kohler Services. Well, if you think your shower is one of the ugliest in Wisconsin, upload a photo to goodkarmabrands.com/Wisconsin contest for a chance to win a free shower remodel. Yes, you heard me correctly. One lucky fan will win a free shower remodel from Kohler Services, including a design consultation, demolition, and removal of your existing shower or bath, and installation of a brand new Kohler Lugstone shower. goodkarmabrands.com/Wisconsin contest for your chance to win.
From the biggest plays on the court to the comments made in the locker room after, an in-depth recap of every Bucks game in 6 minutes. No more, no less. Bucks in 6 provides game recaps for every game. Hear the high-flying dunks from Giannis.
Puts it on the floor, spins down the lane, and plunges it through.
Or the deep threes from Dame.
Dame time has arrived with 107.
Bucks in 6 on the Bucks Plus Audio Network. Find it now on bucks.com/plus or on Spotify, Apple, and wherever you get your podcasts.
Hey, it's Molly Brown from Jim, Matt, and Molly. I've been drinking ZOA Energy for a while now, and I absolutely love it. ZOA is my go-to beverage when I need a boost without the crash that comes with other energy drinks. It's packed with natural ingredients like vitamin B and C, electrolytes, and has 0 sugar. It fuels my workouts and busy days. I recently had twins, and I have a toddler, so I need all of the energy I can get. Head over to ZOAEnergy.com to find the location nearest to you to pick up some ZOA for yourself. ZOA Energy for balance and drive.
Welcome back to Jim, Matt, and Molly, presented by Coors Light on 100.5 ESPN. Brought to you by Metro Kia Madison, Madison's trusted Kia dealership.
Oh yeah, round and round, round they go. I get around, still clown with the underground when we come around. Around and round, round they go. Stronger than ever. Back to get wrecked. All respect to those who break their neck to keep their.
Jim, Matt, and Molly continues live from the Blind Shot Social for the Packers Tailgate Tour. Thanks to Mark Murphy for joining the show. You can listen back Apple, Spotify, any of those great places to hear the entire interview. We'll be playing that back tomorrow as well, as we are off the air for Brewers baseball, but we will play some of the best interviews of today tomorrow around 5:30 or whenever the Brewers wrap up. Jim Rutledge, Molly Brown, Matt Hamilton with you. You can see us on the ESPN Madison YouTube stream as well, and a lot of great stuff from Mark Murphy. I do love Matt went from someone who has been pretty critical and pretty hardcore, and like, not that you'd have to be rude to him. I mean, like, right. Obviously, but like, I was hearing you guys talk, and you're like, I came around to the tush push, and like, you're the greatest, and like, you're.
Well, no, I did. I did come around to the tush push after the whole thing, and they explained when they had 16, and I was like, medical reasons. I had talked to you about it off air. How I was like, oh, you weren't allowed to do it back in the day, and defense can't, and we kind of had a little back and forth. So, again, was it soft to be the team that proposes it? Absolutely.
As he lowers his voice.
But at the end of the day, it's going to be better for the game in general.
I don't fault you. It was just funny to see Matt Hamilton go full ham mode. I mean, he is the president of your favorite team.
Yeah.
And you've not always treated him with that sort of respect, and you were like, yes, it was amazing. I loved it.
Yeah.
I loved it.
Well, I mean, we did just become best friends. So
I love that he knew who you were.
Oh, my gosh. I know. Flattered.
He knew what Olympics you were in.
I know.
Oh, my gosh.
But my favorite part was that someone came up and asked Matt to take a picture of them with Mark Murphy. Not included.
And then he tried to, like, throw it out there. He's like, oh, he's an Olympic gold medalist. She's like, yeah, I know you are. Something like that. Like, totally, like, I'm not paying attention to anything. I just want a picture with Mark Murphy. I'm like, honestly, I don't blame you. Yeah. I don't blame you one little bit.
You gonna ask him for his digits before?
Yeah, I mean, how am I gonna get a good deal on the golf course if I don't have the owner's number?
Exactly.
You know, I'm playing chess, not checkers here, Jim.
I think the deal you're looking for is the deal of the cost to stay around that golf course / get there, as opposed to the actual course. Because during golf season, Bailey's Harbor. That's an expensive place to stay.
That's totally fair. Yeah. I do have a little bit of family up there.
Okay.
And, once you're in Door County, nothing's really that far away.
No, you're right. No.
So, I got family in Sister Bay.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you're good. Yeah.
We should just figure out a show trip up there.
Well, we could do. I was going to offer. I mean, I don't really want to drag my camper up there, but you can, use the state campsites for like $30. We got.
There you go.
2 bunk beds. You guys can have that. All of the bedroom, and you guys can
tent camping.
Yeah. Oh, you can tent camp, or you can just use the camper. One of the two.
I mean, if you want, I can make you some kindling. While we're kindling, so we don't have to buy it, save a little money.
What's that?
Kindling?
Yeah.
So we
it's
do
like fire
have,
starter.
It is funny that we have two different things. So, like, obviously, when I go camping, I grab. There's just kindling around there, and you grab it and you throw it in there. But like, you also the easiest way to start a fire is you go to Walmart and they have
the little bricks.
Well, it's not even a brick. It's like what I buy is it's thinly sliced pieces of wood that's treated with something that when you throw them in the bottom with kindling from the woods, you throw it at the bottom, fire starts right away. Right. First time, every time. I don't have to worry about it. So my whole point is I'm not taking a lump of wood and chopping it up. I'm going to grab some loose twigs, things like that, throw it in there, tear up some newspaper, throw in the stuff from Walmart and call it a day.
Let it rip. Yeah. Fair enough.
Yes. So I guarantee, anyways, this is Jim, Matt, and Molly. Do we get our poll question posted? Because we were asking you, the Packers have doubled up on our side limited poll question, and you can chime in on it 844-770-3776. We did get it posted. Carlos Stalker text line, list is more. Our Siding Unlimited poll question was, what position would you want the Packers to double up on in the first 2 days of the NFL draft, like they did with Tucker Kraft and Luke Musgrave in the first basically 2 days of the draft? They're not going to do that at tight end this year because I think they got two capable tight ends. And the number one answer right now is cornerback at 47% of you.
Easy.
Edge rusher at 27%. Wide receiver at 20%. Is kind of the leaders in the clubhouse right there.
Where do you vote on that, Matt?
I mean, obviously depth at cornerback is important, but there's no guarantee for anybody, I guess. I think defensive line could always use help. I know the Packers' rush defense was a little bit better last year than it has been in the past, but I always feel like the Packers' run defense is like their Achilles heel.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, well,
for the most part.
To your point,
a defensive lineman doubling up on not necessarily edge rusher, but defensive lineman doubling up on, I think, would be a good move.
Well, and I guess edge could solve this problem too. I don't have the number off the top of my head. I brought it up before, but they blitzed so much, which then would allow them to get gouged in the running game.
Mm-hmm.
But they blitzed so much because they didn't get pressure with their actual defensive front, and so like that's the trade-off. So Hafley had to blitz more, which then opened up bigger runs and bigger problems for the Packers. So I think any D-line would help. I don't think two pass rushers would make sense, but two...
Like if you had got an interior and a pass rusher?
Right.
Like I'd be stoked.
What do you guys think about the Shamir Stewart type player, where it's the all-underwear Olympics player?
Right.
I mean, it's the perfect project player, right? Like, isn't that what we say that Goody loves to draft?
Yeah.
Is the perfect guy.
I mean, that's kind of why they got Van Ness last year.
As you whisper.
Mark, like,
wait.
We asked Mark. Mark had nothing to do with players.
2 years.
Yeah, 2 years.
But that was his second.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Well, either way.
They got Jordan Morgan, who didn't play last year either.
Either way, project player, high RAS score, I'm sure. I get it. Like, if the guy's that physically gifted, the idea is you just learn him up a little bit, and his physical gifts are going to help put him over the edge. But when you're playing in the NFL level, everybody's physically gifted. Like, what's the difference between a guy who's a 9 and a 10, and how's that look on the field? You know what I mean? Like, I just really don't.
We'll talk about that on the other side.
I'm 50-50 on it. I think he's going to do it.
We'll talk about that on the other side. It's Jim, Matt, and Molly, presented by Coors Light.
Hey, this is Matt's Chicago Doppelganger. You're listening to Jim, Matt, and Molly, presented by Coors Light on 100.5 ESPN Madison.
Since J&K Security Solutions opened in 1987, our attention to detail and customer service have been our strongest assets. I'm President Jeffrey Beckman. We'll always do our best to find the most efficient and cost-effective solution to every job we tackle. Whether it's security for your home or business, installing video surveillance, or being able to control your garage doors from your phone, we can help you feel empowered with simple and user-friendly technology. Let's work together to secure your home or business. jksecurity.com.
Free Food Friday on ESPN Madison is brought to you by Vintage Brewing Company. Whether you're looking to get carry-out, delivery, or dine-in, Vintage Brewing has lots of great options on their menu. Vintage Brewing Company prides themselves on being a great place to hang out and enjoy classic Midwestern hospitality. Vintage Brewing Company has multiple award-winning beers, so be sure to try one the next time you're in. Head to vintagebrewingcompany.com to make a reservation today. That's vintagebrewingcompany.com.
Ben Bruss here to tell you about Zimbrick European. They're Mercedes, Audi, Porsche, and certified pre-owned. But the best part is I've been working with them since 2018, and the evolution has been a 2-door, a 4-door, and now it's time for an SUV. My life has changed, and it's changed with Zimbrick European. Being a dad has made it really important to have the comfort and the safety that the SUV will bring me. Again, Zimbrick European off the Beltline at Rimrock Road. Of course, I found the sexiest car on the lot. Check them out.
If you're looking for a special piece of jewelry for any occasion, Condon Jewelers is always there for you. Condon Jewelers has the best selection of jewelry you'll ever find and guaranteed to have the lowest prices in the Madison area. Free shipping is always available. Visit CondonJeweler.com or call 241-3406 and ask for Jim, the owner, who's at the store every day. Shop locally. Condon Jewelers, the jeweler on the east side, the jeweler on your side.
Welcome back to Jim, Matt, and Molly, presented by Coors Light on 100.5 ESPN. Also brought to you by J&K Security Solutions.
Jim, Matt, and Molly continues live from Blind Shot Social for the Packers Tailgate Tour. I'm Jim Rutledge alongside Molly Brown and Olympic gold medalist Matt Hamilton, and he's letting every guest that we have on, he's letting them know that he's an Olympic gold medalist.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
We're now joined by Tucker Kraft. Thank you for
he was
being
bashful. He didn't say anything about gold medal.
Yeah, I dabble in curling. You know.
He paid me on the side.
Yeah,
he
was just talking about curling like it was like a casual thing that he did on the side.
Yeah, I mean, I do. I'm a radio host. I just happen to also crow at the Olympics every once in a while.
Yeah, 2016 gold medalist.
18.
18 gold medalist, Matt Hamilton. Did Mark Murphy say 16?
No, he said 18.
He said 18.
He said it
okay,
right.
all right.
Mark nailed it.
All right, so Mark knew who you were, so that definitely lifted you up a little bit. But I heard you were talking about Jared Allen with Tucker here. Is that right?
Yes, I did mention Jared Allen about Tucker Kraft. So, Jim, you want to get into it? Why?
Well, we want to have some fun here because, Jared Allen we had him on right after he got into the Hall of Fame, and he's from Idaho, you're from Idaho, and we wanted to – he was actually trying to talk up the Packers, but we have a little clip of him talking about the Packers and the tight end position. Do we have that ready, Chrissy?
And so I think with Jordan, you got to get some O-line help for him, right? Especially towards the end of the year, they got beat up. But you with Jacobs and stuff, you got a run game, and so you got to get. I think what they're missing there is a tight end. To be honest, and if they have one, I don't know his name, and that's probably a problem.
Tucker Kraft, bro.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, there you go. And I don't mean that disrespect, but you got to get a guy you're going to feed the ball to, 7-8 times a game. Tight, now you got play action out of it. So I think they have the pieces. I think they have the coaching staff.
So Matt jumped in and stood up for you there, but is that going to be something if you guys are out and about in Idaho, you run into him, you have to bring it up?
Well, being as I'm not from Idaho.
Oh, okay.
But,
okay, South Dakota, sorry.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
You're a Chicago fan.
I don't know anything. I'm an idiot. Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
I'm not going to take it as a slight. He just doesn't watch any film.
Yeah.
I have, amongst households, I wouldn't say that I'm necessarily mentioned every day, but watch out. That's all I got to say.
Yeah.
Watch out.
So I do have a question for you. Are you superstitious at all?
I'm a little stitious.
Okay, I like that. Now,
I have routines.
Okay, now
like his bat. Okay.
Yeah, no, I want to hear what the routine is.
I mean, if I see a coin on the ground, I'll pick it up regardless.
For sure.
Okay.
See a penny, leave it lay. Bad luck will follow you all the day. You
Yeah.
got to pick it up.
Yeah.
So any coin, I'll pick it up off the ground. That's.
Anything game day wise?
I don't step on cracks.
Okay.
I look down to try to count my steps in between. Now I'm making myself just sound
I was
weird.
gonna say, I think
No, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Like I'm thinking of the kicker from the
Yep.
Commanders, where it came out that he ended up actually having OCD, right? That's why he was doing all those interesting
Flipping his hair.
Yeah. Which
Yeah.
I understand. I feel like I'd be the same way if I was a professional athlete.
So
Yeah, I like rocks.
nice.
I like trains.
The reason I ask about being superstitious at all is I have a bad track record right now. I have picking out there's my guys, and sometimes they're long shots, sometimes they're not so much. And I took some long shots the last couple years. Fails.
We don't have to name the names because we don't want to.
Yeah,
but
fails. They didn't quite pan out the way I thought. And this year, I had said Tucker Kraft's my guy. He's going to be great. And Ryan, our producer, was like, "I'm cutting this. You're not saying this
You're not
out
gonna
loud
jinx this,
because you aren't going to jinx this." So I want to know: do you think I'm going to jinx you, or are you going to be able to overcome the jinx of Matt Hamilton?
I guess we'll just have to find out.
We'll have to find out.
I have firm belief in my ability, and I'm going to show everybody what's up.
Right.
It's going to be a good time this season. I'm really looking forward to it. I've taken the steps this offseason to make sure my body's right, because last offseason I had a pretty bad injury, so I didn't get any camp time, any OTAs with Jordan at all. So, this season it'll be different.
So I know you said at the end of last season that moving forward in this upcoming season that one of your goals is to be more of a leader in the locker room. How do you plan to do that? Is it by being top-notch with your body? What is it?
I think I lead with my play style mostly. with my ability after the catch and how my teammates get excited about that also brings momentum, onto the playing field. So that and just being more vocal, I have my standards, and that makes me the player I am. And if I see someone, we have rules about accountability and being team first. And if I see that, I'm just not going to let it slip anymore. So many people have to come together in an organization for it to be successful, and that starts with just us checking each other.
So you said anymore. Is this one of those things like as you arrive to the Packers and you got vets there, they're the Green Bay Packers, you're working your way up, you're working back from injury. Is it one of those like my play has now earned me the opportunity to be more vocal?
Yeah, just getting the respect from the guys on the team because they know that, you see plays all over the field where I just get absolutely wrecked. Yeah. And I get up as fast as I can. I throw the ball to the official, and I'm trying to get to the huddle. It's just that mentality, un-F-withable.
Yeah,
is what we would say. Just don't let anybody, get in your head, steel trap.
So the draft in Green Bay is only 15 days away. We know that you spend the offseason now in Green Bay. You like to spend most of your time there. What are your plans for draft night? Are you hanging around that area to take it all in?
Well,
What are you doing?
On Thursday and Friday night, I'll be in town. I have some things going on. I'm judging a barbecue contest.
Ooh, nice. That's fun.
In the Pit Boss.
Okay.
So I guess I'm pretty sure that's on Friday. I'll be there Thursday and Friday afternoon.
Cool.
So
I just found out like 30 minutes ago.
There you go.
I don't have all the
At least you get to eat some good barbecue and all that. That's fun.
Yeah,
that's good. Yeah.
So obviously, growing up a football fan, what was your team when you were younger, and what player did you think that's who I want to be like?
I was a big Redskins fan when I was a kid because of RG3.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I just watching that. They had some really good talent go through Washington at that time, and for some reason, he was a talented running back. But I liked Alfred Morris in the backfield. They had a good defense. Ryan Kerrigan.
Yeah, I'm a Florida Atlantic University alum, so Alfred Morris went to FAU. So I was definitely following his career. I like that pick.
And then. But everybody where I live, they're all Vikings fans.
Yeah.
The state of South Dakota, the closest teams are Denver or the Vikings.
So with the rivalries, and obviously you got the Minnesota back home, maybe some. You got Detroit and then Chicago. As a player, is it different than college? How does it go as the pro side of things? Because you're all professionals, you're all getting paid. You want to be respectful, but there's a rivalry.
And
there.
you could be on any team,
right?
But like you convince yourself in the heat of the battle like that I don't like that guy.
Yeah.
It's that easy to do.
Mm-hmm.
And especially after you've played some heated games between the two wins and losses, it's good football. The NFC North, we're really battling it out in those games we play each other twice a year. They're very physical games.
So you mentioned RG3, and that time was like my favorite for fantasy football. Have you ever been a fantasy football guy?
No, I've never played.
Never played?
I've never played fantasy football.
Well, I will tell you right now, you're going to be one of the first tight ends off the board in our group. Everyone in my close friend group, obviously Packer players.
Well, I don't know if Jared Allen's going to draft me.
No, Jared, yeah. I'll tell Jared.
He's not a fan.
But I know you're going to go very high in a lot of friends' draft boards. I think it's so much fun when if players are aware of fantasy football and
we get
the kind of impact
we get
that
people texting us every day.
Yeah.
Or you see people in public, they say thanks for fantasy. So, yeah.
Well, I'm looking forward to telling you that next year.
So, and I think they're waiting for you here. So I will say this as a Bears fan. I mean, it's all due respect, I'm dreading having to play you. You really are an up-and-coming player, and I think you'll be a problem for the rest of the NFC North and the NFL.
Thank you.
All right, Tucker, thank you so much for hopping on us, Tucker Kraft. This is Jim, Matt, and Molly. I don't know, Chrissy, are we going to break? Are we continuing this? What are we doing right now?
We could take a break,
Thank you. Yeah. All right, we'll take a quick break here. This is Jim, Matt, and Molly, presented by Coors Light.
Hey, this is Jeff Levering with the Brewers Radio Network, and I've got a question for you. Is your home ready to shine this season? Whether it's roofing, siding, or windows, Ridgetop Exteriors is the name you can trust. For over 20 years, Ridgetop Exteriors has been Wisconsin's favorite for roofing, and they bring that same expertise to siding and windows. Imagine vibrant, low-maintenance siding and energy-efficient windows that brighten your home while cutting energy costs. Ridgetop Exteriors holds all expert-level installation credentials with the leading manufacturers, including Pella, James Hardy Fiber Cement Siding, and LP Smart Side Engineered Wood Siding. With thousands of 5-star reviews and a commitment to excellence, they're the clear choice for home improvement needs. Plus, consultations and estimates are always free, so there's no reason to wait. Call Ridgetop Exteriors today or visit ridgetopexteriors.com to schedule your free consultation. Ridgetop Exteriors, putting customers first every time.
Ridgetop Exteriors is the place for you.
Get a sneak peek at the 2025 Wisconsin football team. Join us April 19th for Wisconsin Football Spring Showcase presented by UW Credit Union. The day kicks off with the Coors Kids Combine, followed by Badgers Open Practice at noon, featuring new faces like quarterback Billy Edwards Jr. and offensive coordinator Jeff Grimes. After practice, head to the field for photos with Badgers student-athletes. Tickets are $5 and free for football season ticket holders, UW students, and kids under 12. Claim your tickets for the Wisconsin Football Spring Showcase at uwbadgers.com.
Your family's safety is your responsibility, and it starts with a solid roof. When the next storm rips through and takes some of your shingles with it, call Badgerland Exteriors. Or, looking to replace your whole roof but don't want to break the bank? Let the team at Badgerland Exteriors give you a free, no-obligations estimate.
AJ with Badgerland Exteriors here. Contracting made easy is more than a tagline. It's how we run our family business. Visit BadgerlandExteriors.com to get started on your next project. That's BadgerlandExteriors.com.
When it comes to security for your home and family, you want a winner, and we found one when we placed our trust with J&K Security Solutions. This is Greg Gard. Kim and Jeff hit the game-winning shot for us with the Control 4 home technology system. Home or away, from our smartphones, we can open the garage door, dim the lights, turn on the TV, as well as arm the security system. That's convenience as well as peace of mind. Let J&K Security Solutions do for your home or business like they've done for us. Call 255-5799 or online at jksecurity.com.
Every event tells a story, from the first impression to the final moments. Have someone guide your guests through every chapter the way you want the story told. Hi, it's Jeffrey from Celebrations Entertainment. With a strong presence, great voices, and an award-winning team, trust us to guide, direct, and inform your guests through all the different chapters of the day. For fun, memorable entertainment for any event, please visit us at celebrationsentertainment.com. That's celebrationsentertainment.com.
Look what we have here. It's the refreshing deliciousness of a Pepsi mini can. It's the perfect complement to any meal. The dash of indulgence your day was dreaming of. The sip that'll have you singing Pepsi.
Nope, not again, Steve. Let's take a cue from the Pepsi mini can and pack all that awesomeness you're feeling into a much smaller treat for everyone. Deal?
So, big awesomeness, smaller size. I think I've got just the thing.
Pepsi mini can. Mini can, big taste.
Since 1956, Holman Lindsay Paints has been making paint in Wisconsin for Wisconsin. Because of their commitment to making great paint for Wisconsinites, Holman Lindsay has grown over the years to 26 locations in this great state. Headquarters in Sun Prairie with a state-of-the-art facility, Holman Lindsay has the paint you need to make your job better. From do-it-yourself to professional, Holman Lindsay has paint for everyone. Visit one of their local locations today in Madison, Sun Prairie, Middleton, and Janesville.
Welcome back to Jim, Matt, and Molly, presented by Coors Light on 100.5 ESPN. Brought to you by Metro Kia Madison, Madison's trusted Kia dealership.
Jim, Matt, and Molly continues live from Blind Shot Social for the Packers Tailgate. We had Tucker Kraft, Mark Murphy on along with Jason Wilde. If you want to listen back, Wisconsin on Demand, Apple, Spotify, any of those great places. Jim Rutledge, Molly Brown, Matt Hamilton with you. Tucker was interesting. We're going to throw some stones, but quickly, what was your favorite part about the Tucker Kraft interview?
Hearing the superstitious part, like him saying like to pick up a penny and his little phrase there and like stuff like that. Like I just think that's so like relatable.
I like that he stopped because he started to come across as a crazy person.
Well, yeah, and then self-aware. Like he just seems like a pretty down-to-earth guy. It just felt like that was.
You'd eat a hot dog with him?
Oh yeah,
yeah,
definitely.
You'd Lady and a Tramp a hot dog with him?
Yes.
Oh,
All
God,
right.
that's weird. You should have asked him if he would have done that with you.
I don't think. Honestly, I don't think that would have been.
That's
a good
second
response.
date stuff.
Go be a winner. Go to Ho Chunk Gaming Madison. Millions of dollars won every single weekend at Ho Chunk Gaming Madison. Let's throw some stones.
1, 2, 3,
Some takes are cooler than others.
You know this kid is as cool as the other side of the pillow.
Some opinions are just cooler than the rest.
Now what's cooler than being cool? Ice cold.
And if you keep it chill, then it's a cold take.
Chill out. I'm chill. I'm chill as a cucumber, man.
I'm always the coldest.
This is Throwing Stones, presented by Metro Kia Madison, Madison's chillest Kia dealership.
It is time to throw some stones here. Do any of you have a stone, or otherwise I can bring one for you?
Oh, didn't we have the stone this morning? We talked about it in the group chat.
What did we talk about in the group chat?
The famous Lake Hen now being introduced by Barbie.
Oh,
What do we think about
okay.
this, guys?
Yeah. So LeBron James is the, I guess, first athlete or first person who's been basically got their own Ken doll.
Crazy.
Which does fit because Ken's just an accessory, just like LeBron's an accessory to Jordan. Like LeBron,
Here we go.
like in the movie Barbie, Ken's like, I don't exist without Barbie.
Mhm.
And like LeBron doesn't exist without having Jordan to chase and fall short of. So I do understand that part of it. Good for LeBron, good on that part of it. Not my house. The girls, they don't like LeBron. His movie, the Space Jam movie, stunk. Like, and that wasn't even me saying it. It was horrible. It was a horrendous movie. I would imagine it's got like a 4 or 5 on IMDb. It was
fine.
Yeah, I watched
it.
it
was
all.
fine.
It was horrible.
But
it was like hard to follow. The girls aren't gamers, so it's just very much just over their heads.
I mean, LeBron's acting as himself. I mean, he did okay as himself, right?
Mm-hmm.
No, Jordan.
Oh, no, Michael.
Another time we fell short of Jordan
Fair.
there, but
well, what are you going to think about him when he's in the next Barbie movie now?
I don't think there'll be a next Barbie movie. But,
I feel like you have to put him in now, right?
You're not going to make a Barbie movie to put.
No,
that,
not make one
I don't
about
think
him,
there'll be
but-
another Barbie movie.
Was the first Barbie movie that good? Nah.
Yeah.
it was good.
It was up for like Best Picture. Yeah,
It was a good movie.
Nah.
You can say you don't like it, Molly.
It was
No, I
fine.
think I believe they've announced that they're going to try and make multiple Barbie
are they?
movies. Or like,
Okay.
I mean, I
like-
don't doubt it. It was super successful. I'm just saying it wasn't my cup of tea.
And that's the big reason. It's successful enough, and now you throw LeBron James in there, might be more successful. I'm not saying he's going to be a main
cameo,
character.
like he did in like those Amy Schumer movies. I feel
Yes.
like
That was the only time he was good.
when he was sitting at the table. Who was it that he was with?
Bill Hader is the comedian. I don't know if that's
Yes.
who he was with in it, but I know Bill Hader was the other.
Yeah, I believe that would have been the scene. He had a lot of
When he
scenes
was sitting
going
at the
back and forth.
restaurant?
Yes.
Bill Hader from SNL. I would say to Molly's point
Maybe,
about the Barbie side of things, though, the Barbie movie, I would be very, very suspicious that any other Barbie movie would hit because I think that movie just kind of was perfectly done, and I don't know if you can redo it again. Just
Fair.
from like you had Margot Robbie, you had Ken, you had the making fun, like you
Ryan
just went-
Gosling
Ryan
as
Gosling,
Ken.
yeah, Ryan Gosling as Ken. You had the whole thing that like I think that I don't know if you can repeat that.
True. I mean, you're not going to repeat it, but the studio would certainly like
True.
to try.
Yes. True. Yes. True. Yeah.
Can we talk about the way that LeBron's Barbie was like standing? Its feet look like goofy and awkward and just like I don't know.
The Ken dolls never like that's the thing. Like my girls have Ken dolls. They don't really ever get played with. I don't know. It's fine you did it, but I don't really know why you had to do it because like.
I mean, this thing is undoubtedly going to be like a collector's item, though, right?
Yeah.
Like,
Right,
as
but again, I guess
as
I
almost
wonder-
like sports memorabilia.
I guess so because who's the
Probably.
market? Like if you're a sports memorabilia fan,
If you're a LeBron fan, you're
LeBron
into
fan,
it.
that's it.
Yep.
And then if you're a Barbie fan, that's probably a one-off that's not going to have another run. Like if you don't get it when it comes out, you're never going to get it unless it's secondary market. So
but like is it going to be like weird like the Barbies that were discontinued in the Barbie movie where like everyone's like I can't believe it made a LeBron like they made a pregnant Barbie. Like,
Yeah,
is that where LeBron's going to fall into of like why did they make a LeBron Ken?
They made a pregnant Barbie?
In the Barbie movie they talk about all the weird Barbies they made.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah.
I think since it
like, I don't
does
have
cross
that one.
over, it's going to cross over Barbie collectors and like basketball / LeBron collectors. It'll be
What's how much
collectibility.
crossover? How many people are in that crossover?
Five.
Though?
You'd
There's
be
5 people.
surprised how many people are collectors of really weird stuff.
Yeah, but again,
And
I
not
guess,
even weird stuff. Barbies isn't that weird.
I
but,
don't know.
like,
I don't know. I guess I don't know what the value is going to be on if it's really just created to be niche. Like, and that's by
Yeah.
like it's not going to have a universal appeal. So like, there's probably going to be enough made that the niche people are going to be able to get it, and I just don't know if there's going to be a lot of value to it.
Yeah, I guess it depends on how many they make, but it just seems like something that's going to be like we're going to hear about it again, like 10 years that some LeBron Barbie
It's
dog
going for
is sold for
I'll say it-
$3,000.
I'll say it like this.
I'd say more than that.
It's cool. It's been like the girls have a Simone Biles one. It's not their favorite, but they did play with a little bit. She has the little medals and everything. It was fun. But at least for my kids, but when I see other kids play, it's more about dressing and like playing house and the whole thing. So
Right.
like I don't really know like these either when they make it for women athletes, like they don't do that well because the girls don't want to play with it. So you're just making it for collectors. And again, maybe it's a collector's item, but
Right.
like.
I think it's more of a collector's item than a toy.
Well, think about it.
To be honest.
LeBron, all the outfits he's got. He's got his Cavs jersey. He's got his Heat jersey. He's got his Lakers jersey. He's got his other Cavs jersey. I mean, there's endless outfits for Lake Canton.
Yeah, that is true. That is true. But
I can't wait to see the LeBron Barbie driving like a pink slug bug.
But like this could, I guess I don't know how they go. Like they made a Wicked Barbie. I don't know how those do.
Right.
Like, I feel like I don't know if those do well if it's just the old Barbies.
When are we going to get a Matt Hamilton Barbie?
Oh.
The flow would be incredible.
When I win another gold medal.
There you go.
Well, none of the Kens they don't have hair. Like
Well,
it's all the
Matt could be the first.
It's the plastic hair. Like Ben could actually
Give
have
him
Barbie
the hair.
Could actually have Barbie hair. All right, this has been Jim, Matt, and Molly. Thanks for listening. Listen, we're going to be back tomorrow. We're playing back the best interviews from today after the Brewer game tomorrow.
Yep. See ya.
At Blaine's Farm and Fleet, we believe in making the most of what you love, making sure your money is as well spent as your time. So as you start your spring projects, we have the value you need to make them your own. Right now,